Welcome. Today, we're going to make a beautiful work of art using only a whiteboard and dry erase markers. Let's get started. Well, let's face it, I'm no artist, but what I lack in artistic ability, I make up for it with my knowledge of bourbon. So like and subscribe to me on YouTube today, and I'll bring you down-to-earth, honest reviews every week, I promise. And we're live. I just had to play something. I had to prep the stream. But guess what? If you're not doing it yet, it is time to drink. Here we go. It's only a little after 10 here. I'm used to setting up till after midnight. We're still kind of waiting on things to calm down on Groovy's channel and come over here. RB, if you're still out there, man, come on in. I can send you the link. I can do whatever, because it was fun when you came up. And what is my oh, I'm live. That was the alert that came in. I'm live. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the invite here. Now, I'm gonna post this, but folks, listen. If I don't know you, you gotta show me something. And you gotta show me something. So here we go. That's the StreamYard link. Now you can come in the basement. It doesn't mean I'm going to bring you up. And while we're at this, I'm going to switch over here. And I'm going to go ahead and throw up this. But that does not mean you have free reign to come up here and show your dingle dangle. Right? So it doesn't work that way. But Mayberry 316, good to see you in the house. There's a couple of more people here waiting to see who shows up. But we'll keep this party going. It's 10:15 right now. We'll go for a couple of more hours. Yeah, maybe 3, maybe 2 or 3. Trying to get those hours so I can get that play button monetization stuff. But that's not what this is all about. I'll get it eventually. This is about entertainment. And we had nerd talk. We talked about fantasy stuff and the difference between fantasy and sci-fi. To me, the difference between fantasy and sci-fi is like Star Trek, Gene Roddenberry stuff. That's sci-fi, right? And some of that stuff, science has strived toward, and like even a lightsaber with Star Wars. Now, where I draw the difference is Jedis with the midichlorian in your bloodstream and all. See, we can't create that shit. That's fantasy. So Star Wars is actually, in my opinion, a fantasy sci-fi, because there are certain things you can recreate. And from Star Trek, you can recreate a tractor beam. You know, they're working on the technology to do it. You could make a, I don't know if it's possible or not, but you could possibly make a lightsaber out of it. We have Twisted Art Lady patio, and I
This
put
isn't where I
the
park my car.
What's
no, but
that?
Shit. I'm
I was
here,
talking
though.
about the difference between sci-fi and fantasy. So the point right before y'all came up, I was trying to make is Star Wars is a mix of sci-fi and fantasy.
I
That's
see
true, I
that.
believe.
Yes. Yep.
Right,
I
because
see
you
that.
have
A lot of
lasers.
sci-fi and fantasy merges, though. A lot of it,
Well,
not all of it.
right. But what I'm looking at is could this possibly be come to fruition in the future, right?
What?
So a lightsaber, a phaser, a laser pistol, whatever, right?
I
I
mean,
see
possibly.
they could. We don't know. But midichlorian in your bloodstream to make you a Jedi, that's fantasy.
Yes.
You
I
know,
feel like we don't even fully understand the past, so
Yep.
right.
how
But
can
I'm
we
just
assume
saying
anything about the future, you know?
there's nothing,
Well, Star Wars was a long, long, long time ago.
but there's nothing about science that's going to create at least the way the story was told, where you had midichlorian or you didn't, and already in your bloodstream.
Mhm.
There's nothing about science behind that. That's an art, right? So
Yep.
you discover you have it, and then you enhance it, and you get like this mentor and all that. That's fantasy.
Mhm.
But tractor beams and shit like that. Hey, Fulton, my gosh, if you come up here and crackle one freaking time, dude, I'm dropping you back down.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Good thinking. Hey, Jody.
Man, your audio sucks,
You
dude.
need new headphones, buddy.
I
You
know.
need new Bluetooth stuff. You got to get it before I will let you up on my channel. That's all I'm gonna
I
say. You
know,
got to
I
get new
know,
Bluetooth,
Dad.
man. I can't deal with it.
I know I need to find one, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, we're gonna drop you back down,
We'll
man,
probably
because
see it.
it sucks,
Probably
dude.
on your dog. And the dog's gonna be name is Peanut Butter. Like peanut butter sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, he's done. I mean,
No.
I try to bring him
No,
up.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
You
There's
know, I can't have this snap crackle pop going on. You know.
same. I know. That's why I said that even like it's not even like my show. I'm saying, dude, you come up on my channel crackling like that, I have to take you back down. I can't.
Yep.
It interferes.
I gotta boot you back down because
Mhm.
people get annoyed by that. They can't hear anything.
Yeah.
They can't hear us talking because it's just a bunch of snap crackle pop.
Mm-hmm.
Now, growing up as a kid, I used to take snap crackle pop and I would pour like a ton of sugar on it and then put milk in it, and it was delicious.
Oh hell yeah.
You know,
Oh
but
yeah. I
I
used to
don't
do the
like it
same
on my
thing.
streams.
You used to put a pyramid on top of the
Oh,
sugar.
frick, yeah. You pour the milk right over the sugar and
It's
it's
just
kind of like,
yep.
yeah.
Oh heaven. That's my childhood right there. I gotcha. Holy crap.
And a little tiny half teaspoon of vanilla in it.
Yeah.
You know, right? Yeah, bam.
Mhm.
Mix it all up, eat it. Oh, you had to hurry or you didn't get snap crackle pop. You got soggy mush.
Yeah.
But I did post a link. If I hope RB, let me text RB.
Yeah, get a hold of RB. I'm happy
Man,
RB
I
came back.
want RB to come up.
And I'm really happy he knew my concern with that glass. And just after having the
Yeah.
conversation with Mark Twain Brewing, I was just like, you know what? I had it for about 6-7 years. It served its purpose. I've got plenty of others.
Links in the
But real quick,
chat.
best
Bam.
fantasy movie of all time.
Labyrinth, I don't know, man.
It's so good, but I mean, and it's one of those things that you can argue. No, it's not. Yes, it is. For me, it was my childhood. Like I said, Jennifer Connelly's been my childhood crush. Was my childhood crush.
Yeah.
I've had a crush on her for goddamn 30 plus years, 30 something years now.
But honestly, I liked Legend better than that.
Legend was great. Yeah.
And I liked there was a couple other ones I liked more than that one. I don't go back and rewatch Labyrinth.
Yeah.
I did not like David Bowie. I can't explain it. I know he can sing. I just never liked the dude.
I just don't think it was a good fit for the role. They were just basically, it was just selling
Right,
tickets.
and-
Even way back in '86, they just, we can get David Bowie. He wants to do the role.
Well, that and Sting, right? Sting in Dune.
Yeah.
Hated that character. I'm gonna kill you now. You know, you just blew the fucking whole movie right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yep.
I mean, that was just like stupid. Like even at my age when I watched it, I was like, that was fucking stupid.
Right.
You know, that was emoting, that was hamming, that was overacting. It was like just silliness.
Mm-hmm.
Stick to singing songs, dude. Maybe this acting is not for you.
Right.
And the director could have retook that.
Yep.
You know, and I blame it on the director too.
Oh,
Because he let that shit in the film. And that ruined it for me. You know, it kind of ruined it for me.
Hi, Miss Cindy.
But
Hey, Chatio. Hey, Jody.
Are you gonna work on that drink for us? Because that's a heck of a good idea. The Princess Bride drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on it over the weekend and get it
over the weekend. So we're
I
not going
can't
to have
wait.
it tonight.
No, I don't even have. I guarantee I don't have what I would need. So getting a heads up, like, okay, get these for it, and hell yeah.
Cindy, you got to post the ingredients in the morning so we can have it for the weekend.
Well, I gotta do a little mixing and thought process behind it.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you. Take your time on that. I can't wait. That's such a great shot.
I'll probably be talking to Groovy back and forth about what flavors he thinks it needs to be and stuff.
Strawberry and
oh no, he hates strawberry.
I was thinking some sort of a fruit, like maybe orange, peach, or something in there, some citrusy.
Put the what was the one? The durian fruit.
Oh. I heard Mike in the background, like, no. I've seen several people do durian. I'm just like, and they just are like, Rah! And I'm like, nope, no durian for me.
I didn't think it was that bad. I really didn't. I mean, you know, we have Maxim Smolov. You know, I really appreciate the fact I get these like errant links because it means I'm growing, right?
Yep.
Because before I never got this shit. They didn't give me the time of day. And now they're starting to come on my channel and put the little, but somebody can block that shit.
No, I got one at no, I didn't go Tuesday, and I said let it sit. And after 2 minutes, I removed it myself because I'm like, after 2 minutes, that's now going to count as an interaction, a view, and that's when I wiped it. I was like, thank you. Yeah, give it.
I mean,
I'm stupid enough to like put those two
I'm trusting.
things. Yeah.
I give a lot of blue wrenches out.
Oh, I know. I do the same.
I'm trusting that somebody's going to whack that shit.
I give a lot of blue wrenches because different people can be on at different times when I'm on. It's just good to know that, okay, there are, moderators out there watching.
RB should still be awake right now for sure. Hang on. Maybe. I texted him and I said, links in the chat. So I'm going to go over to we have 7 people watching. Yep. So I'm going to go over to YouTube right quick and I'm going to pin it. And let's see here. I have to go. See, the problem is your shit doesn't come up in your stuff, right? So you have to go to content, live,
Mhm.
find it, get the shareable link, go up here, post it back in because it's not going to recommend my stuff.
Mm-mm.
Now, here we all are. And let me find the StreamYard link and I will pin the message
There you go.
right there. It should be pinned now.
I'll let you know once I see it.
Holy moly. I just
Pinned.
saw it. What I mean, I just looked at it. It said 1.34 subscribers.
Yeah, I saw that earlier, man.
Damn.
You are charging at me strong.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything.
TikTok.
Well, that's that. Yeah, and it keeps building from there,
I
I
know.
guess.
Be right back.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He sucked something up his nostril. But no, I'd love to have RB come up or whatever. Twisted Panda, y'all are all on mute. What's going on?
I was grinding my nail.
I'm back. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
so you
I didn't
soaked
think you
them
wanted to
off
hear that.
and then you ground them.
Oh. I got a Reaper seed stuck to the back of my throat. I had to just meet up until I cleared it. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't understand, Cindy, but I'm not judging.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh man.
So I've never soaked my nails off and then ground them.
Mm-mm.
Well,
I bite.
when I get my nails
Stick.
done,
Mm-hmm.
they do. It's like an acrylic powder.
Okay.
So they're like acrylic overlays.
Oh, Sam's here.
All right.
The other Sam, Samantha Lee.
So I had to get rid of it, but these are all my
Okay.
natural nails.
So that's like a dip in ink or something, or
Kind of like it protects it as well.
okay.
So it's
And I
it's
don't
almost
know.
like painting them.
Yeah,
I gotcha. Yeah.
but you get designs and all kind of like stuff.
Hmm.
See, I should learn how to do that and just be like a nail guy. I could give you a Bourbon Bounty etched logo glass and do your nails.
There you go.
I get
Excuse me.
I get mine done, and for a set of nails, it's $40. So
Wow, $40, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk her into getting the squirrel on the middle finger. Just
Oh, I have the bestest squirrel picture. I'm trying to figure out how to use it. I do have a really good squirrel. Let me find this thing.
You're laughing, Samantha, because you know why.
That's funny. Hey, Peppers, how are you doing, buddy? Good to see ya.
They got a pepper bar.
Peppa.
Yeah, squirrel.
yeah.
All right, that did okay. I'll take that for what it
Oh,
was.
I'm trying to find it. Nope. It's not there.
Woo! Hey, get out of there.
I have this
Okay.
picture. It's a perfect picture. I'm
Okay.
trying to find it. Oh, maybe it's down there. Squirrel.
Yeah, I have to make sure
Oh,
that
you know what? I think it's called
I
squirrel.
sent off.
Yeah, let's see. Squirrel entry. Squirrel. Squirrel. Yeah. There it is. Squirrel entry. Okay. Let me open this because I'm trying to figure out how to use this. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen right quick. And I really want.
Give me that clear nail polish that's there on the floor. By the
Oh,
bar.
entry right here. So this. Can y'all see that?
Oh, no.
Aw.
Oh, it's so
That is
cute.
the most awesome little squirrel pic ever. And I'm trying to figure out how to use it. And I want to use it in the right way because, you don't waste that.
No.
So
If you create an intro for Groovy, somehow implement
I'm
Oh
that, that
no,
would
it's
be
too
awesome.
cute for Groovy.
Okay, well,
yeah, I was thinking about like a hunter sitting on a deer stand, and then it transitions between him looking up and like the squirrel up on the tree.
oh yes.
And he's like, "Hey, what you doing?" He's like, "Well, I'm hunting." "What are you hunting for?" "Deer." All this. He's like, "Hey, I got some inside info for you, man."
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Look over there. There's gonna be a deer, and then he runs and tells all the other deer to go away. Something.
That would be hysterical. Yeah, that squirrel looks like, you want some inside info?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey,
I got you,
love it.
bro.
Yep, that's great. Hey, Mr. Great Shot. How you doing?
Just a great shot. Hey, the link pinned. If anybody wants to come up,
Yep.
there it is. And I don't know what RB is doing, but I told him I was going to be up here later.
Saving the village? I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea. But I keep watching the basement just to make sure, because I have one more spot on this row, and then it goes down into that second row. But I'll bring people up. I'll bring them up.
I realize I'm watching this hockey game on the wrong network.
What hockey game are you watching?
Tampa Bay and Calgary tied up at 1. I was watching the Avalanche in Calgary earlier. Avs and that was a battle.
It's always tied up at 1. I mean, hockey is like, we got 3 points. We won by 2.
Yep.
Now, and soccer is similar.
It's 0-0. Most games are like that.
0-0.
So, yeah.
I think Sam's ready to play something.
Hey, no, get out of there. God fucking damn it.
Oh, well, maybe not.
She knows how I feel with my cats because I go through the same shit day after day. I'm like, what are you doing? Get your nose out of there.
And let her play, but then
That's your chew toy. That's your chew toy. That's your chew toy. My purse is not your chew toy.
Oh no.
Okay.
Sorry, Sissy.
Oh,
It's a hell no.
my little efforts around my house destroyed my backpack that I've had since 2007. Like, it's ruined. They just shredded it. And I'm like, that was my travel bag, man. I also got my 2 college degrees. I was like, damn.
5:30 a.m.
Oh, that sounds so nice. Hot tub. Fuck, I want
Yeah,
one.
but 5:30 a.m. doesn't sound nice.
Hey,
No, it don't.
Peppers. That he wanted, he was looking for a singer to do a rendition set to the music to Shameless. And he would want it to sound like Shameless, but it would have different words. You should come up here and sing
you talking about
Shameless
me?
for. Yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah, I have the words. So let me here. It's about
Peppers should
disco.
come up here and sing it.
Oh my God, he should come up here. I would send him the words.
I haven't seen Peppers in a while. I'd love to hang out with him.
Well, if you heard him sing Shameless, you would be like, okay.
No, I've heard him sing it, but he was pretty drunk. The one time I heard.
But he always does amazing.
Oh no, but I want clean Peppers coming, to sing it.
Well, it's still early.
Yeah, and I have all the words to Shameless for disco, and I need someone to sing it in a la Shameless. I need that. But Sam,
What?
are you gonna sing something?
If you want me to, I will.
Well, I
I
mean,
gotta
like,
take this water bottle from my dog real quick. 'Cause it's loud.
okay. Because what I was gonna say while she's gone is I kind of have to pee anyway.
She's chewing on this shit. So yeah, you're right. I'll go ahead and play your favorite while you're pissing. Then
Well, I'll listen. I can hear.
I was just gonna. Yeah. I was
I
not.
didn't mean to remove myself.
It's rising so fast. How long will I last? It's getting deeper as the tide is rolling in. Yeah, I'm just a seeker hearing whispers in the wind. Well, it's feeling so cold. The story unfolds, and my heart is weary with nothing left to lose. Is it just a theory, or will I have to choose? And I'm not giving up. No, I'm not going down. I don't wanna drown. You think I am done, or you think I'll give in, but that be a sin. 'Cause I know who I am. Yes, I'm somebody's daughter, and I'll keep my head above water. Oh. I've been feeling so dazed. Hey! We're starting to fade. Now what doesn't kill you just makes you wanna cry. Now don't pull me under. No, let's just say goodbye. And the water is deep. Well, how long will I keep? The night is hazy as I struggle once again. Now if I get lazy, well, that'll be the end. And I'm not giving up. No, I'm not going down. I don't wanna drown. Well, you think I am done, and you think I'll give in, but that be a sin. 'Cause I know who I am. Yes, I'm somebody's daughter, and I'll keep my head above water. Oh. And it's getting deeper as the tide is rolling in. I'm just a seeker hearing whispers in the wind. No, I'm not giving up, and I'm not going down. I don't wanna drown. You think I am done, and you think I'll give in, but that be a sin. There you go, my friend.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Very, very nice. RB in the house, man.
RB.
What is up?
Hi, RB.
Hey.
We have an
No,
actual
right here, very safe.
politician.
That's kind of scary,
Yeah,
but hi.
that's your purse.
What's up,
Cheap
RB?
toy purse. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Hey, Mayberry, Rhonda, hi. Thank you, Mr. Great Shot. She got the
Rhonda
purse.
Whitlock, how's it going?
I put the purse up.
Now that's my favorite song. That's my favorite song.
That's
Right.
why I played it, because it's your
I
channel.
know.
It's your favorite. So
And I heard 80% of it, 82% of it.
good. That's good. That's what.
Now I had to bring RB up from the basement, and then it like puts you back up. Now I put you back
Yeah.
up solo, and then
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So how's it going, guys? How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm death gripping my glass tonight. Cheers. I'm doing well.
Okay. So,
There
yeah.
you go.
What do you have there, RB? What are you drinking?
Dr. Pepper.
A little concoction that I make. It's it's obviously a little bit of ice, a little bit of bourbon. I actually use a couple of Irish cream coffee syrup. I use like 2 squirts of that, and then kind of takes some of the puts a little sweetness, takes some of the bite off of the higher proof bourbon, which is kind of dangerous. That just means it goes down even smoother.
Oh yeah.
Kind of my own little concoction. I'm going to talk to some of the local restaurants and see if they'll start serving something similar and just calling that cocktail like the mayor or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I love it. I love it. I
Call it
love
the
it.
Yeah.
But my oldest is in town for a couple of days, and we went and hit up the liquor store for about $300. Stocked him up, stocked me up, and you had mentioned Michter's earlier, and I hadn't had one of those bottles in a while, and I picked one up just tonight.
Yep.
Nice.
I mean, it's to me, Michter's is just as good as Eagle Rare. Now, depending on where you are,
so much easier to find.
oh yeah, so much easier.
Yeah, we have Eagle Rare up the road from me, but I saw the price. I was like,
Well, what are they charging up there for it?
I don't know, $7.50 for 50.
How much?
I've seen it anywhere between. Well, I've seen it in Tennessee for 50,
Yeah.
and then here it's like 80, and you can't
Yeah.
even find it.
Right.
Yeah.
And here we get it for like 40 something bucks because they can't charge over MSRP.
Yeah.
But you will never ever see it on the shelf. But
Okay.
I have my places I go when I walk in. They're like, "Hey, Bourbon Bounty, I got something back for you. Would you like a bottle of this?" And
There
I
you
have
go.
like 3 bottles of Eagle Rare back here. You know,
I'll snag some Eagle Rare. Yeah, I saw plenty of bottles on the shelf tonight.
Let me
today,
show you.
So I'm gonna go get more.
Now that I'm
Or
finally
go get
up on this, I'd mentioned this once before. Let me go grab this for you. This is something that down my oldest son, he's about to be 23, lives about 3 hours away, and on Tuesday mornings, every other Tuesday morning, that's when they get their truck.
Yeah.
And so I send him up there about 9 a.m. About every couple months, I'll send him up there at 9 a.m. when they first open. And that's when they get rid of all their allocated stuff.
Yep.
All their good stuff. You first come, first serve. There's a line of people who know what they're getting, or know to show up that early. There's a line at the door, and he pulled up some of this. You got to see this.
Here we go. Ouch!
Oh.
Don't bite me, cat.
So
Come on, a moose.
this is. I don't know if you can get the size of this, but if you look at it next to
That's
like
a double. Yeah.
Ooh.
this is Eagle Rare, but it is ginormous. I don't even know what the size of it is, but
It's the double 750 is it's the 1 point whatever.
Five.
liter.
Yeah.
It is huge.
1.5.
I mean, I don't even want to open it, but it looks cool in the in the bar room. You notice the hat, Jody?
Yeah, I see it.
So I was questioned last night.
Mhm.
Why'd you come to bed so late? And Chatty-O and Twisted and Joe, you guys know we stayed up kind of late last night.
Oh yeah,
A
we
little
stayed
late,
up.
yeah.
What was it? 3?
It was
Yeah,
after
about
2.
that.
Sure, something. Yeah, it was
It was close
later.
to 3.
It was
Yeah.
later than I wanted.
Yeah.
And so I explained what I was doing. You know, I told the truth. And she goes, "Oh," I said, she goes, "What were y'all talking about? Bourbon that whole time?" I'm like, "No, it mainly got into old single Jody stories."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, single." She goes, she goes, "I don't know a lot of those." I'm like, "Yeah, you don't." And
There's a reason, honey. I love you.
so then I said, she goes, "Oh, well," and this is when I totally forgot about Jody. She goes, did you tell that one about when you two shared a dessert in Washington, D.C.?
Oh Lord.
No,
God.
he didn't. As a matter of fact,
Bring
he
it
did
on.
not.
That.
Oh,
that-
but we need
yeah.
to hear it,
Oh.
Jody. Don't
It-
ruin our night.
It's probably one of the least straight things either one of us has ever done.
All right, here we go.
We definitely need to hear it.
We only traveled. We never really traveled out of town on. I mean, it was always business. It was always going to a conference, speaking at a conference, something like that. And we end up in Washington, D.C. Now, we had talked about Baltimore. We had talked about Boston. We had talked about those trips, but I had forgotten about the D.C. trip, honestly. And we're in Washington, D.C., and there's tons of good restaurants in D.C. actually. And we end up at this Thai place, and we have a nice good meal. Bounty's. There's no spice he won't try. So he tried the spicier Thai food than I tried, and we get to dessert, and I'm looking at the menu, and my wife grew up in Hawaii, and so I see mango sticky rice on there, and I'm like, oh, I love mango sticky rice. And so I'm like, hey, have you ever tried this dessert? And he's like, no, I ain't ever tried that. I'm like, well, I said, you should. He goes, I don't feel like ordering it. And I was like, man, you're going to love it, man, I promise. And, not realizing how it looked or what we were really doing, we ordered that dessert, and the two of us are, basically one dessert, 2 spoons, right? And we're sitting there eating this mango sticky rice together. And I thought, then it finally hits, what are we doing, man? This is people looking at us funny, two guys from Texas.
Here's the deal, though. I don't care for sweet stuff.
And I know that, yeah.
Right. And when we were doing it, we were looking around, and people started like staring at us, and we're like sharing a dessert, and that's when
this is like 2005. Okay,
I was like, yeah, that was
not one of our prouder moments.
No, not one. But in Boston, though, when we had the clove of garlic, I mean the whole head of garlic, they cut a slice out of and put. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
And that night we went to the karaoke bar, and the British accent got me.
I am trying to I am trying to remember what you sang, but I tell you what, I didn't have the guts to get up there and sing. One of the cool things is we walk in this bar. We're in Faneuil Hall, which Faneuil Hall sounds like a building, but it's actually just kind of a square, kind of an area. We walk into this bar, and the little monument thing on the outside of the bar says that this building was built in like 1758 or something like that.
A-frame building, it was like to the corner and you go into the door and then you're in this entry and then you go into the bar and then it expands
Down
out.
in the basement of this
Yeah.
thing, down below the street level, is where they're doing karaoke. They got a bar down there, and it was packed.
Packed.
And we got enough. We got enough beers and liquor into Jody to go ahead and agree to get up there and do some karaoke. But for the life of me, I can't remember what song you sang.
It was probably something from the Eagles.
Was it Desperado?
It was either Desperado or it was something from the Eagles because I played that in a cover band for like 4 years, so I knew the Eagles. Like even drunk, I can sing the Eagles, right?
No, I've never seen you get up there and sing. Like I know Samantha gets up there and plays, and some of the other folks do. I've never seen you jump up there, but it was
I was
not.
trying to impress that girl.
Yes, you did. And I kind of remember. I do remember
Yeah.
she had the British accent. She was kind of tall, slim, and blonde. And
Well, she was a little thick. I like them a little thick.
but you used to like him JTE.
Well, no, that's what I like to break bones on. But anyway, JTE, by the way, when we would go to bars, I would call JTE just trashy enough. They weren't too trashy. They were just trashy enough that I would go for it. But they weren't like over trashy, like I'm talking about like meth teeth trashy and shit. But they were wild. And
No, but you were smart about it though, because you'd start at the top and work your way down, and hope that you ended up better than you deserved, right? I mean,
I always started at the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm married now, so all those days are over.
Right.
But no, yeah, I would, and I never had a problem talking to anyone. Right? I just go up.
Oh no,
I blast them, bam. And if they don't like me, fuck you, whatever. I
Next.
mean, just hey, that's cool, and I move on.
hey,
But-
better than wasting your time. Better to
Yeah.
know right up front.
I'm talking about shotgun blast on the club. I just boom. And the other thing I learned was don't act too interested and always have other friends on your back.
Oh.
Right. So I go up and I start talking to somebody and they kind of blow me off and I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I turn around and I've got 3 friends here and we're laughing, we're having fun. I pick on somebody else, I move along, and all of a sudden, they're like, who is this guy?
I remember that one night we were about to. I was about to. This one dude. It was a packed place. The dude kept bumping into me, bumping into me. And I finally just pushed him like, "Get the fuck off me!"
I know it. He's like, oh, you.
And he's like, "Oh, you're a tough guy." Now, what I didn't know is Jody's itching for a fight. Jody went up in front of me. No, I'm your tough guy. He jumped in there.
This is what happened. So Richard, so these 2 girls. So this guy's tormenting these two ladies, right? And they purposefully walk behind you, to come around.
Yeah.
And you slid back because you saw it happening. They're trying to ditch this dude, right? So he slides back a little with his arm, and the guy rams into him and then pushes him. And Rich was like, the fuck, And the guy was like, oh, you want to throw down? He said, oh, you a tough guy? And I said, no, right here. I'm your tough guy. And he goes, oh, really? And I put my foot on the bottom of the pub table, and I leaned my elbows up, and I said, really, I'm it. You want to go? Let's dance. And he got uncomfortable real quick. He started smiling. I said, "Oh, go and smile for me, bitch."
That's exactly what he said.
That's
Go
what
on,
I
smile
said. I
for me.
said, "Come on, smile for me, bitch. You want to go outside? I'll take you outside right now. I will whoop your ass." I said, "Man, I'm hungry. I ain't whooped nobody's ass in a long time. I'm ready to go. You ready to go?" And he backed down, and everything went away. But then I went and I talked to him later because he went around and I didn't want him to turn into like a serial killer at the bar. So I went around, talked to him, and I bought him a beer. And I was like, "Dude," and he's like, "Oh, my dad, this," and I had a hard day. And I'm like, "Hey, it's all cool, Here's a beer, chill." And I went back, and then the next day, that chick called me from the bar, the Asian one, the real estate agent, and that's when I was started hooking up with her. So I mean, it all
I
worked
can't
out.
remember the name of that place we used to go to, but that was.
Oh, it was
I can tell you
Roadhouse.
where it was, but I can't.
No, it's Roadhouse on Beltline.
It was. Yeah, that's. They tore that down. It was. Yeah, it was something. Something's Roadhouse.
Yeah, but it wasn't Texas Roadhouse. It was
No. It was. It
no,
was
that's
somebody's
a
name.
steakhouse.
Golly.
It was something Roadhouse, and it was on Beltline, and that's where we were. And it was like right across the street from where the
A
hotel.
big old Walmart or Sam's Club or something like that across that street.
No, that was over on. That was up a block. No, I'm talking about Homewood Suites where we would.
Oh yeah,
stay.
yeah. It was across Beltline was where that was.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
the pickle. That was the pickle joint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I mean, anyway, it was fun.
Twisted. What Twisted? You're in Texas too, right?
Yes, I'm in Arlington, Texas.
Oh, okay.
She right there.
Man, I had right after I. This sounds. It's a funny story. I don't know if you paid attention. So the new mayor of Arlington is a character, man. He and Grand Prairie. Those two mayors are cartoon characters in a way. But this guy's name is Jim Ross. He owns a bunch of businesses. He owns a prime steakhouse, one of those fancy, $100 a dinner, steakhouses.
Right.
And he also owns a tattoo parlor. So he runs the gamut. And I remember seeing one of his ads. He had done like these online Facebook or not Facebook, but YouTube ads when he was running for mayor. And he was standing in front of his tattoo parlor. And he goes, "I am for the people of Arlington." He goes, "No matter what your color is or no matter what color you want to put on you." And he's sitting in his right in front of his tattoo parlor. And that guy is hilarious. I had dinner with him back last in November. And he goes, he goes, "Hey, what do you guys?" It was a bunch of local mayors. We were having dinner at his little steakhouse, and he goes, "Hey, do y'all get paid for this?" And some people go, "No, not really," or "Yeah, we get like $100 a month or something like that, but it's mostly volunteer." And he goes, "Yeah, here in Arlington, we don't get paid anything." He goes, "But the one perk you get, the only perk you get about being mayor of Arlington is the city provides you a beautiful Tahoe to drive around in." And he goes, "You get to drive a city vehicle. You get to drive a Tahoe." He goes, "And I've been mayor about 5 months, and my goddamn Tahoe got stolen today."
Oh, damn.
He goes, "And as of 10 minutes ago, they still hadn't found it."
As of 10 minutes ago. Yeah.
He goes, "So I actually Ubered here."
Yeah. Well, you can't.
Arlington isn't the best city. I like Grand Prairie more. I haven't been in Arlington long, and it's recent.
I like Irving.
I like Lone Star Park in Grand Prairie. That's the one reason I go to Grand Prairie.
I mean, there's some hella good restaurants in Irving.
Yeah, but you got to deal with some hood in Irving. As far as
Yeah, a
living, I
little
wouldn't
bit.
live there.
But I'm talking about around business parks, right around there. Where is where's that steakhouse? The one shit, I can't think of it now. I think it's the one Michael Dell came to. He spoke at it. We had the cigar room. I almost thought of it. Hey, talk amongst yourselves. I'll think of it.
All right.
What part of you're in the Denver area, Chadio?
Yes. Southeast of Denver.
Southeast. Okay, so a long time ago, I used to be in consulting, and for
Okay.
about a year, I was I was living in Denver, Monday through Thursday, and I ended up, it got so expensive paying for hotels there that they said go ahead and get an apartment, and I ended up getting an apartment. We were looking for affordable apartments, and this is a long while back in is it Glendale?
Glendale.
All right, so I said the word Glendale, and it was a very nice apartment. No doubt, it was
There's
beautiful.
some nice apartments there. Yeah, that's basically
But
Elite Still in Colorado Boulevard area.
Tell me the one notable thing about Glendale, Colorado.
It is the smallest city in the Denver metro area with the highest crime rate.
And what is probably the most well-known business in Glendale, Colorado?
That would be Shotgun Willie's.
Shotgun Willie's, that's right.
And
I could see it from my apartment.
Shotgun Willie's is I'm going to say it right, square off what the hell it is. It's just a titty bar.
Yep.
It's a titty bar. Oh, yeah. Yep. Shotgun Willie's. It used to be a celebrity way back in the day, but it turned into Shotgun Willie's. Yeah. A lot of people go there.
I only went there one time, and it was for breakfast.
Really?
They had a little promo going, and it was literally I had to pass it to and from going to work because I worked over on Broadway downtown, and had to go right past it. And they had this big sign. They had it up for 2 weeks, and it was on this one day they were doing legs and eggs, and it was they were opening at 6 a.m. for legs and eggs, and this was I must have been I was probably 28, 29 years old, something like that. And I was like, you know what? I got to eat breakfast anyway. It's on the way to work.
But McDonald's is just across the street. You know what I'm talking about. Come on now. You don't want those legs. Basically, Granny Smith gave him his breakfast, and you know how sour she can be. That's funny though. Yeah, Shotgun Willie's. Holy crap! I haven't been there in over 20 years.
No, but I mean that's that. Anytime they say, okay, well, hey, where's your apartment? And if I said Glendale, they're like, oh, really? I said, go to Shotgun Willie's, take the next right, go across the creek, and I'm right there.
Okay, yeah, I know exactly where you were.
Yeah.
Yep. You're right across Cherry Creek on the other side of the creek of Cherry Creek. Yep. Oh yeah, that's funnier than hell.
Oh, dude, do you remember Baltimore? That Inner Harbor. That was when we had a hell of a night. That was the I by voice. Oh my God.
After my wife mentioned the us sharing the dessert, I told her, I said, I'd forgotten all about that or blocked it out.
Right. And we blocked things out.
I think we blocked it out. Yeah. Come on.
So then I did tell her the I ate bye story. Sorry.
The one before the I ate bye. I mean, it was like 1 or 2 days before.
Yeah,
we had the Crab Royale at that damn the little tin thing, the little aluminum little whatever the fuck metal deals with the crab in it. And I grabbed a few of them, and I grabbed 3, and I ate one, and I was like, dude, you got to try this. and he tried it, and I ate the other one, and we both went up and just filled our plate for that shit. I mean, it was like amazing. And then we went to the power plant like the next night or whatever, and the bartender, and this motherfucker he is cracking the bartender up. I mean, this dude right here was like cracking the bartender up, and he was pouring our drinks like heavy. And man, he's like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and he leaves, and I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally I'm like, where did he go? And you're like, he went back to the hotel.
Man, you were describing about how when you walked back to the hotel, you were doing.
Oh, I was zigzagging.
And I had a flashback, and I was doing, and it wasn't a short walk either.
No,
from where we were to back at that Marriott, man, that was a pretty good walk. And I remember being conscious of how I knew I was not walking straight.
Oh yeah.
And I was, and then the thoughts in my head were not, I stopped worrying about walking straight and don't throw up till you get to the room. Don't throw up till you get to the room. That's all I was saying.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God. Yeah, it turns into that.
It was that bartender's fault for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because that dude, yeah, he was.
We were drinking Crown and Ginger.
And we had gotten that from Boston. That became our go-to bar drink.
Right.
Because
bars
out on that station at the conference.
Yep.
In Boston. And I remember it plain as day. There was that blonde bartender that we sat down, and you were like, I'd like something that's kind of, a boss. What's popular here that maybe I don't know about, from where I am. And she suggested, Crown and Ginger. Mm-hmm. And we're like, all right, well, whatever, we'll try it.
Pour me one. Let's see how it goes.
Well, you want to talk about something that sneaks up on you.
Woo.
The first 5 go down real smooth and nothing's happening. And then all of a sudden, bam, it hits you.
Man. And when they're pouring them heavy, I mean, that guy was giving us doubles.
That dude was.
And he was like, a Crown, Ginger ale. There you go. And we were getting full. Oh,
funny.
So so if I was going to go to a bar up in Alaska, what and said, hey, give me something local, what would they suggest?
Duck fart.
Duck fart.
I bartended for almost 6 years here in the Valley and in Anchorage in the city, and yeah, duck fart's pretty.
So what is it?
Yeah. I'm curious now.
Oh fuck! Let me go back. But it's normally Irish whiskey, Bailey's, Kahlua, half and half, and whipped cream, and it's really good.
Well,
that sounds delicious. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds.
You're a mayor, so if you ever go to Juneau for some awful reason, you go to Juneau, Alaska. Red Dog Saloon. It's a tourist trap of a bar. They have hand sawed on the floor and inside, so you get that old rustic, West feeling. Red Dog Saloon. I had a beer there, and I overpaid for it, but it was kind of cool looking around there. Like, all right.
Okay, I can name one in Grand Prairie.
Okay, go for it.
Mary's Outpost. It's a dog bar. It's a great place.
I can name a bar in Denver. It's called Shotgun Woolies. You should check it out.
We have 2 world famous bars in Anchorage, Alaska. One is Chilkoot Charlie's, and the other is the Great Alaskan Bush Company. And the Bush Company is exactly what you think it sounds like. It's a strip club, but bar too. But it's like super freaking famous.
I love it.
I'm not kidding.
No,
and then there's Skinny Dick's. There's Skinny Dick's halfway in, which is right up there. I'm not joking. Again, it's really a place.
Perfect name.
Yeah, right there off the main highway. It's crazy.
So are they
Like,
really bushy though?
the Bush Company? No,
Yeah.
no, they're tasteful.
Yeah,
there.
it opened in the
Last-
70s.
I haven't been in there in about 10 years at least. But
Okay.
they
Oh,
but,
Oh,
but
damn, no
they're
70s
tasteful.
Bush.
They're
Okay.
tasteful.
I
Plus,
mean,
my aunt used to work there, and
I
she'd
don't
kill
like
me
a
if
lot
I
of.
bashed it.
I don't like a lot of fur.
Wait, I was with some.
You gotta have some of that cotton
some of
candy.
the guys on a trip just about a month ago. We were sitting there one night after a few drinks, and up on the TV was that show Bar Rescue.
Oh yeah.
And this dude goes, "You know what we need to make? We need to make strip club rescue."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the bar that I just named in Grand Prairie, Mary's Outpost, was on Bar Rescue.
What?
Oh really?
Yes, it's a great bar though. It really
Funny.
is. It's
We've
very
actually got one
Jersey.
here in my town that was on Bar Rescue within the last year. I don't even know if the episode is aired yet, but it was really eye opening. So this lady that runs sales and marketing for this little group of hotels that's right by where this place is, she told me, she goes, "Hey, by the way, this place right over here by one of our hotels is about to be on Bar Rescue." I'm like, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah, they just made all of their staff and everything. They booked rooms for an entire week, and there's like, we just booked like 20 rooms or whatever for all the people that were going to be working on the show and stuff. And then all of a sudden, the entire parking lot out in front of there was full of tents and equipment and stuff like that. And it was like, when you look at the show, it looks like they just you like you can't tell something really is going on when they do all the construction and all that, but you can tell because they had the entire parking lot blocked out with all this equipment and stuff. And then all of a sudden, you see the sign on the top change, and when they did, it's kind of a little behind the curtains, right? When you see that big reveal where they say turn around and look at that ain't real because that thing changed a few days ago, but
Right.
But
And
so
they
it was, they made it look real nice inside. They did a good job of that.
Yeah. But Bar Rescue, that's usually those bartenders sneaking drinks, stealing shit, like, that type of shit.
For my bar, Mary's, the thing that got them on there was the fact that the owner was, doing things with the waitress, and they got some of that on camera. And he got a divorce for that.
Wow.
And now his ex owns the bar.
Hell yeah.
That
Get it, girl?
happens.
Fuck yeah, man. Love it.
That happens more times.
She didn't earn the bar from the divorce, though. She bought that motherfucker.
Yeah, but
I was proud of her when she bought
he
it.
got snooky.
Yeah, he did. And that waitress runs another bar now in Grand Prairie.
And the thing is, with that, is you got to be sneaky. I'm just saying. I mean, if you're gonna do it, if
He wasn't as sneaky as he thought he was.
if you're
Now
gonna
if
do
there's cameras around, what a freaking moron.
it, right?
That's the thing.
Exactly.
They know there's going to be that. This whole thing where they think they're doing secret surveillance, that's all fake, right? I mean, so
That's
the
a
stuff
consent.
you're doing, you're stupid if you think you're not going to get busted doing that.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had we had this big freezer in a Mexican restaurant that we worked at, and this kid pushed me in there, and he was like a short cook or whatever, and I like say his nuts ended up on a bucket of shrimp. I was fucking pissed, so I went straight to the manager and let them know, and they were like, "Oh no, this happens everywhere. Like you're, like."
Not with me,
it
doesn't
type
it?
thing. I was like,
Done.
okay, like yeah, bye.
Yeah, consider this
quit.
my last shift. I'm out. Bye.
Yeah, I quit that day.
Well,
It was
this
fucking
happens
stupid.
everywhere. Okay, does this happen?
They'll have their
everywhere?
employees back sometimes though, and sucks.
I mean, I just chopped his balls off. Does that happen everywhere?
You might be serving shrimp and
There
I
were
guess
no
nuggets.
meat cleavers
Might be
in
nuggets
sight.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, come on,
Yeah.
man. You gotta.
No, I did. I like threw him, of course, like quite a ways, and he
Oh yeah.
like fell into the shrimp buckets and whatever. But yeah,
Bye, motherfucker.
And then when you bounce it back, you pop him right. in the face.
no, try that. Yeah, I
don't
might
know.
be tiny as in height and shit, but
Kitty
no,
fur is what's going
it
on.
ain't happening.
You got some
Oh.
Italian blood in you, right?
I do. My dad is.
Yeah.
My dad is. Yeah.
I'll never mess with you.
I would like
My
kitty
Steve's like,
purrs.
nope.
I would like kitty purrs to come up on panel.
I have not seen kitty purrs in months.
It's been forever.
It's been a while since I've seen kitty
It's
purrs.
been a couple weeks since I've seen Lucian.
It's been a lot longer for me, and I miss that girl.
Jump up.
Yeah.
I'll bring you up. I'll bring you up. Come on. There's hardly anybody watching. You know, come on. You can do it. Oh, dude. You're talking about somebody. I won't say it. Anyway.
He's eating nuts anyways. These nuts.
Oh, she's nuts. But she's cool.
No, I'm not talking about Lissy. I was talking about RB. He came back in.
No, I was talking about, well,
He's busting the
what I
nut
was
right
gonna
now.
talk about is Lissy Ann's bazongas. But no, she's cool.
Yeah.
Come on up. Come on up. Come on up.
Well, if I've ever dirtied a glass before. Hey, if I drop this in the sink tonight, guess what? I lost $1 from the Dollar Tree. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Luciana, it'd be good to see you. I haven't talked to you in a while.
And look,
Very long time.
it's our friend, you know.
Yeah. Well,
Lissy
yeah.
Ann, Kitty Purrs, come on. We're harmless. We're harmless.
Yep.
But if she wants to come up, but I'm not going to pressure people, you know. They don't want to. But I think Lissy Ann would do well with the exposure because she is cute and stuff. So that's Lissy Ann.
Yeah. Yeah, I got about 2.5 minutes left for me before I got to get going.
Oh, Twisted said, "I'll only bite if you ask me nice." Right.
What? Just kidding. No, Twisted's my sister. I call her my twisted sister.
I don't see Teresa, so sorry, Richard.
No, I saw Teresa earlier. She popped up on my my Beatles versus Queens chat earlier for a few minutes. That was cool.
Yeah, she pops up, and I'm still working while y'all are doing that stuff, and I'm like, damn it, you know.
Well, this is last week. I'll be doing it at those times.
Yeah,
because I have to do them later. So
what's the new job? I saw you said you were starting a new job Monday.
I'm working on keeping my career field going. So working in libraries. I'm not going to say where or what. Huh?
A city or a school?
I'll say it's a local university.
Ah.
Yep.
no,
I'm willing to say that much, but I'm not going to say exactly.
Oh no, that's
because
cool.
I've gotten some dirt in the past. So yeah.
Yeah, but Chatio has like a master's degree of library science.
Uh-huh. I'm a nerd.
He's a nerd.
Oh my God. I'm not gonna even lie. I'm looking over here where I'm pointing. I have a stack of books over there where my charger for my cell phone sits. My phone charges on Emerson's some of Emerson's work. I'm like, that's where
all
that
of
belongs.
us, all of us have a little nerd in us.
Oh, yeah, I got Emerson, Twain, Edward Abbey, Carl Sagan over in that pile. So I got a bunch of random books.
Well, I appreciate the Carl Sagan.
Oh,
I
yeah.
trust you.
Oh,
trust you
dude.
now.
Contact is a great book, and the movie
Mm.
was good for what it was. But yeah, if you read that, you're like, yeah. I even have Eric Vaughn, forget his last name, that did Chariots of Fire in like the 60s or early 70s. That's a great
Right.
book, too. Holy shit. What's that?
I don't see Lissy Ann coming up in the
No.
basement. It's sad.
Yeah, and I gotta go. I gotta call tonight.
I know. I really wanted to see Lissy Ann though.
I did too.
Night, Chatty.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out,
Much
guys.
love,
Much
guys.
love. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Either
Alright.
tomorrow or Saturday. I haven't decided. We're doing a St. Patrick's celebration. So bring some green and bring some nice Irish stouts. Or just whatever you want to drink and just come hang out. We're gonna have a good time celebrating St. Patrick's Day this weekend. I'll see you guys very, very soon.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
But I'm not pressuring anybody, but I'm just saying.
Saying what?
He's super cool.
What?
If Lissy Ann.
Finish it. Well, hopefully she does.
Well,
I know.
she might. I think it would be super cool.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Bugger off already. Oh, that's the bored old fart. Bugger off already. All right. So it is 11:24. I have about, I don't know, an hour or 3 left in me. What are we going to do?
We've heard
I'm
that
inviting
before.
Teresa.
What's that?
I'm
We've
inviting
heard that
Teresa.
before. You say an hour means
No, bring Teresa up here. I said an hour or 3. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have. Well, I have a 9 o'clock meeting, but it's all right.
Man, that's a good question. What are my meetings tomorrow?
Yeah, I looked at mine before. Let me look at it one more time to make sure.
11's the first one. I'm good.
Nice.
Let's see. All day. No, that's the wrong day.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Oh, it's
Is that
because
right?
it's still 2 day.
Yeah,
She
it's Friday.
says nope. Kitty's not coming up, I don't think. She says
Tomorrow.
nope.
Who is not coming up?
Kitty and
said
Lissy Ann.
no.
Really?
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
Nope.
Yeah, I have like an hour meeting in the morning at some point. But
Well, you know all hell's going to break loose tomorrow because it's the last day before I go on vacation. So
really.
Friday afternoon before spring break, crap's going to happen.
All right. Richard, you're in charge of this shit.
Hey, Slapshot.
I'm going to go to.
P with the mute on.
Yeah.
Don't get to
I'm
mute.
going to go take a piss with mute.
I walked away a minute ago and was yelling at the
Hey,
dog.
Cheech. See you, Cheech.
Hey, Cheech.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kitty. Hope you feel better, woman.
You're always pretty, Kitty.
Yeah. It's hard to imagine.
Yeah, there's some folks I haven't chatted with out there in the chat tonight. Some of them I have, but some of them I haven't. That's great.
I think we know all these people. I'm not sure.
Yeah, y'all do. I'm kind of new to this. I started, I've known Jody for forever, since when maybe 2003. But then he started doing this, and a lot of times, let's see, what time is it? Yeah, it's a lot of times I'm in bed by now, but shoot, I'm
Slapshot, welcome in.
getting ready for vacation now. Y'all wish me luck next week too. I got to go on spring break with two 13-year-olds. My daughter and a friend of hers. I took my my two boys. They were 22 and 17 at the time. Took them to Florida last year. My daughter at Christmas, she's like, "Oh, by the way, my turn." I was like, "What do you mean your turn?" She goes, "You're taking me on spring break, not them." And I was like, "All right, let's figure something out." And and then it's like, are you really going to have fun? You're 13 years old, just you and your dad. She goes, "No, I need to bring a friend." I was like, "Well, you can convince a friend to go. We'll do it." And so I didn't think she'd end up doing it, but golly, now I got to deal with two teenagers all week next week.
Your kids sound about my son's ages. I have 3 sons. They're 14, close to 19, and 23.
Well, that is, and I think there's arguments for both ways. I know people that have gone, boom, 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 and then been done with it. But I've never had 2 in diapers at the same time. I never had.
That's what I always said. I always had a kid starting school.
Yeah.
And I always had all of my kids had their time alone with me at home. So I was putting one in school, and at the same time I had one in diapers, and then I would put him in school, and then I would have another one in diapers.
So the only time this really came back and bit me, though, is when my oldest graduated college, and then decided that instead of wanting to be an adult and get a job, he wanted to go to grad school. So then, because my whole thing is I've never been to 2 colleges at the same time, but I kind of did. My 18-year-old is man. Let me tell you that, Jody O'Tooth, man. Yep.
Tooth.
That kid's got the life, man. He is. He decided he wanted to go to school to be audio engineer. Yeah. So he's going to and he said, "I never want to take a history or a math class again," and all that. So he goes to this audio engineering school, specializing in that, and that's great. And he's good at it. And he does that. 3 days a week, goes to school 3 days a week, for 4 hours at a time, and he's a bartender at night.
Nice.
And and he I'll see, I don't see him all that much because he rolls in at 2 a.m. After bartending or whatever, and then he'll show me the big old fat stack of cash that he brought home that night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how about some rent?
Right.
How about though you cut him some slack? Is he getting some? I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Man, you know what? He'd been locked down for 1.5 years on the same. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he probably is.
Well, hey, and I hear you probably. That means Dad don't want to really know, but he is. With his 2000 whatever Camaro and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, he's.
And this is your oldest?
No, my oldest is going to be 23 next month, in about 3 weeks, and he came home showing us the ring that he's about to give the girlfriend here in a few weeks.
My oldest is also engaged.
Yeah.
I already have
2. He's engaged to someone he was in hospital with. Now, and he lives with her, so I know he's got his stuff.
We like her.
Try to stay out of it.
She's always welcome around. I mean, we like being around her. She's great. And you know what? She can put up with his ass. And
That's what I
more
kind of
power
say
to her.
about her. My future daughter-in-law is a short little big booty Latina. She's really cute. She's really sweet. She keeps him in check.
That sounds like my 18-year-old's girlfriend, actually.
I will say, I want to say something to Lissy right here. Look, I am just finding out about what you posted, and you are I've known you for a while on here. I consider you a friend. Hey, we're behind you on this, and you know, we're positive thoughts coming your way. A lot of them. Okay, so that's what I
I
want
didn't
to say.
see what she posted, but Kitty, you're adorable.
Well,
Always. I don't know if it has anything to do with that.
well, she posted
Yeah,
this
Cheech.
earlier.
Oh, Kitty. Do you know anything about it yet, my dear?
Because I've known a lot of people that got through it. I've known a lot of people that got through it, and it's depends on the stage and where it is and all that.
And your genetics, it depends on a lot of things.
It depends on a lot of stuff, but Lissy will pull it for you, and we're here for
Yeah.
you.
I'm
We're here
sending
for
my
you.
love, Kitty.
Yep. Yeah, we're here for you. And all kidding aside, man, this is a big family here.
Yes, it is. And Kitty knows that, though.
Oh yeah.
She knows she's adored.
Short, big booty Latina.
Yeah, he's talking about my future
Yeah, I know.
daughter-in-law.
I heard you say that.
She's about 4'11", and I can't make short jokes on a lot of people, but I can cut short jokes on her.
But I have this image in my head of a short, big booty Latina now.
Yeah. My son
That ain't
went
a bad
right for
image.
it. I don't think it's a bad image.
No, it's
I
good.
don't at all.
Adorable.
No, it's good. It's good. It's all good. I was just commenting. I was just saying, throwing it out. You know.
She probably makes him really happy.
Yep. Elliot, whoever, somebody needs to block that shit. Do I have to do it? Do I can.
Oh, I can click over. I'm not paying attention. Clearly.
I just hit remove. Is that what we're supposed to do? Hit remove?
There's a few things that you can do. You can remove, you can hide user, or you can hit report, which pulls the comment also.
Oh, yeah. I should probably report.
Report is probably the best idea.
Yeah, probably. I just hit remove. Well, I did it on that one. So, anyway.
Jody, what bourbon did you hit up tonight?
Eagle Rare and Michter's. I went back and forth between them. The Michter small batch and Eagle Rare.
I got about this much of McKenna 10-year left, and I won't touch it until I find another bottle somewhere. It's getting hard to find.
It is getting hard to find, yes. And
And
that's a bottled and bond.
Man, I kind of gravitate towards that. I've probably got at least 4 or 5. I don't have the collection you've got back behind you, but someday. But I probably got 4 bottle and bond right now, and I kind of like that. It's not.
I mean,
just
it's
kind of know what you're
100
getting.
Yeah, it's not too heavy, not too light. It's right in the middle. It's usually a good price, and boom, you know.
But that McKenna 10, the price isn't that bad, but it's just you can't find it.
And
And so the next time
really good too. It's really
next
good.
time, it is really good. And the next time I see it, I'm getting a couple bottles.
Yeah. And we lost Sam Lee.
Yeah. Must have got to that purse again.
But we have 20 people watching. I mean, we have a lot of people watching. You know, I'm just saying, we have an audience. But that
Shared you in a few places.
oh, thank you. And do you remember in Boston that Italian restaurant? And they had the garlic, like the slice out of the head of garlic and the thing. Holy moly. And you remember the owner, she was the owner. And we went in and it was like nobody in there. But they were expensive, but work was paying for our meals. So
That's right.
And so we go in and we spend $60 per or whatever. But she's like, oh, I got to bring you this. And she's bringing us all this stuff. And we got a lot of shit for free. Because she was like, oh, you have to try this, guys. You have to try this. And they were bringing us like family style meals. We never even hardly ordered anything. And at the end of it, it's like, whatever. $80 a piece.
Man, that Boston trip was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was cool. But
couldn't live there, but boy, I could visit a few times.
Yeah, I don't want to live there. I mean, hell, if you live there, you don't have a car. Why would you have a car? You can't drive anywhere.
You can't. And if you could drive, you can't park.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get there in your car after 40 minutes for 3 miles. And then where are you going to park? Nowhere. I mean, UPS trucks were like just pulling up and stopping in the middle of the street and getting out with their
That's a shame. And good night, Samantha.
But those basement bars, that's what I like in those cities like that, is the ones where the sign's up, but then you have to walk downstairs to the basement. Those are the best bars in those cities. And they were packed. And we went in that one at Faneuil Hall and went downstairs, and then boom, we were in a karaoke bar, and
Yeah, they had that one that was supposed to be the Cheers or whatever, but it wasn't.
Oh, that's way over.
Tourist trap knockoff, and we're like, man, we're better than that.
Yeah, that place was dead. I mean, we went by and we saw the Cheers sign, but you walk in, it looks nothing like the TV show. It's like this little rectangle thing, and there was like 3 people in there, and we're like, yeah, this is sausage, and then we left.
Yeah,
I mean, that was about it, so we went by it, but get pictures on the outside, but when you go in, it's tiny little bar, little rectangle bar.
I've been to Coyote Ugly.
Oh, I bet that was cool.
It was cool.
Mm-hmm. I would
went to one in Denver.
Yeah, I'd want to see some folks up on the counters,
Oh, they were actually having a bachelorette party when I went in there. And I'm really glad for that.
Oh, Richard. Was that Ralphie May? No, that was when I took out that manager of that place. Okay, I'm talking about when you and I went to the comedy club. The one where I saw Ralphie May, but I went with the.
I went and saw Ralphie May. I don't know if I was with you or not, but I went.
No, but you and I went one night, and I don't remember who was headlining, but we went, and they had the bachelorette party with the little tiny penises everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I do, man. I didn't remember that, but I do now.
Yep. And they were like, it was all about them. And the dude up on stage, he goes, hey, I'm just fucking here. I mean, it's all about this shit right now, you know. But the bride had lifesavers, like little individuals all over
Yep.
her body. And you
She was
could,
wearing a veil, and
yeah.
she even had the lifesavers stuck onto her veil.
And you could like pay her, like give her $1, and you could like get a lifesaver with your mouth and like pull it out of the wrapper thing, whatever. But anyway, it was cool. And that comedian up there, he's like, man, I can't compete with this. He's like, this shit's what's going on. They have a giant penis in the middle of their table. I mean, who's watching me right now? You know,
I was not in the middle of their table.
no, we were not. We were on the side. We were kind of a little back. But we went to Pete's Piano Bar after that. And my
Yeah, because it was right across the
yeah,
little
it was hallway. Yeah, right across the hallway. Pete's Piano
This
Bar.
was up in Addison.
Holy shit. Pete's Piano Bar. They start playing fight songs for colleges and they get like hundreds of dollars. And I was one of them. I threw $100 in and said play UT. And
All right, so let's think about this, Jody. Where in Addison? Because you went to Addison a lot because you live not too far from there.
Yeah,
In Carrollton.
Yep.
Where in Addison got the most amount of your dollars?
Well, over time, it was probably
Yeah, not one night, over time. Because my guess would be Tokyo One.
Chow. Okay, yeah, okay. Wait, let's back up. Do you remember when I would come into work on Monday mornings and y'all would start grilling me about what I did over the weekend?
Because we had to live vicariously through you. Yes, I do remember this.
Were you all married?
They were all married. I was single.
Yeah, I see.
Right. So I would come in on Monday morning and they're like, hey, what did you do this weekend? And I'm like, I hung out at this bar or whatever. Oh, you didn't have a date? But if I had a date, they'd be like, where'd y'all go eat? You know. So my go-to was in Addison by Tokyo One. There was Fogo de Chao, right? So we worked for a hospital. So I would hook up with like ER doctors and shit, you know. They didn't have all they had time to do was like just like go out and eat, fuck, go home. Like they were back at work because they were getting their residency and all this shit. So they didn't have a lot of time for stuff. But when I took one of the doctors out, I took them to Fogo de Chao. It was about $120 for the meal for both of us. It was, bam. And I finally realized what was going on. And they were asking, where did you take her out to eat? And I would say where I took her out to eat, whether it was like Flying Saucer or Fogo de Chao or Tokyo One or whatever, right? And I finally figured out they were rating my date based on the meal. Like that
Right,
was
though?
right. And so, and it was a true story. Went to Scooters, and this lady comes in. Lady. It was no lady. It was a chick. She comes in with this guy.
Wasn't that many ladies coming to Scooters?
Right.
Come on.
Nah, there was no ladies coming in the Scooters.
There might have been some females, but they weren't ladies.
Yeah. So she comes in and she's with this guy, and he's like belligerent, and he's like all this stuff, and finally he leaves her there. So we're like, yeah, we'll get you home, whatever. And we get her in the car, and I'm in that Lexus, that little blue Lexus, right?
Remember it
And
well.
I pull out, and you know where I lived from scooters. I had to cross a major road, 4-lane, but it was back alley all the way to my house.
What's up, Nicole?
So we get her in the car, and it's me, 2 other guys, and her. So we have a full Lexus, right? Little IS 300. You know, we're packed. And she's in the front seat with me because she's going to guide me to her house. She gets lost and can't tell me how to get to her house. And we're driving up the road and driving back down the road. Then we're driving back up the road. And then we're driving back down the road. And finally, there was a cop sitting across the street from like White Castle.
Have I heard part of this story before?
Yes, you probably have. And White Castle is closed except their 24-hour drive-through, right? But you could look inside White Castle and the chairs are upside down on the tables, all that shit, right? They're closed. So I pull into White Castle because I'm worried about this cop going to pull me over if I pass by one more time, right? So I pull into White Castle and I pull into a parking spot. I hand her $20 and I say, hey, look, we're going to find your house, whatever, but look, here's $20. Go in there, get us a couple of boxes of the White Castle burgers. Okay. She gets out of the car, starts walking up to the door. We drive off. Boom. And my buddy's like, dude, you just stranded her at White Castle. I said, dude, I gave her $20. She can take a cab home. If she can tell them how to get home, she can get home. I gave her $20. I gave her a $20 bill. I don't feel bad. But she was about to get me arrested, like driving up and down this freaking ass busy freaking road. And I gave her the 20 and I said, go in and buy stuff. And she's like, isn't the drive-thru open? And I'm like, yeah, but we're going to Google Maps your shit or whatever, you know. So she gets out and we drive off. Never saw her again. I hope everything worked out. But no, I was not going to make one more trip up that damn freaking 4-lane road. Is that bad? Am I a bad person?
I mean, I don't know if that was a nice thing to do.
It was not. It was not the nicest thing ever.
Hey, Teresa.
Oh my gosh. RB, Teresa's in the house.
RB ran away.
I know, but Teresa's here.
He's been waiting for this moment.
Woo! Hey, Teresa, you're his girl. I'm telling you, you got him wrapped right there. Right there. He likes Teresa Laguerta. Where is RB? He must be pissing.
He might be in the bathroom.
Teresa, hang on. Just hang on.
It was refill time. Hold on.
Hang on. Teresa's in the house. RB.
Teresa should come up here. She has a
You're gonna embarrass me because I mentioned to you how I thought Teresa was cute, and you're gonna mention it every night.
She is.
I know, but Teresa's here. Look, she's in the chat. She just showed up.
And I love El Paso, but the problem is Teresa knows I made the mistake of admitting some of the places I've been to El Paso. She probably thinks bad of me.
Well, no, not really. Teresa's the nicest person you ever want to meet. Unless you work for her at Walmart and then she'll tear your ass up. She's all business. I'll tell you that. Teresa.
All right, refill is done.
All right. So what did you refill on?
So got me a little of that Dickel sour mash,
Okay.
and did a
Okay.
little splash of Hearings. You know what Hearings is? A little cherry
Mhm.
liqueur.
Mhm.
A little splash of that,
Yep.
and just a little ice, and there we go.
All right. Well, I'm drinking a splash of beer in a can that's white that says light on the side of it.
How many of those you run through? Count your empties.
Okay. I have 37 empty cans, but that's over 3 nights. I didn't have time to clean them. I was going to rinse my cans and put them in the recycle, but I was running behind and my internet went down and all that. And Teresa Laguerta says, I ain't nobody to judge. Okay.
I know what she's talking about.
Yeah, she ain't nobody to judge.
She knows where I went, but she didn't know what I did or didn't.
Right. But Teresa is, I call her sexy mama. That's what I call Teresa. I mean, I don't know if I've ever said that before, but I said it in my mind. Sexy mama, what's going on, Teresa Laguerta? And the link's pinned. I pinned it in there. If you want to come up, again, we don't judge either.
About once a week, my city manager talks about wanting to get out to that way again. We had so much fun the last time we went out to
El Paso.
Wild West out there in El Paso.
Mhm.
And I told him, I said, listen, you know what we need to do? We need to get out there to Sunland Park. And, because I always like the horses. And so he's like, yeah, we need to plan a little trip out there. And then he's like, think that that place we went to last time still open? I was like, I don't know anything about that. I don't remember what you're talking about.
Yeah. That's where you just like, it's a fresh trip every time. I don't know.
All I know is I walked outside to get a little fresh air, and that dude's on the phone with his credit card company trying to get an increase on cash advance. So
Really?
yeah.
Holy moly, dude. Damn, he gonna regret that in the morning.
I've had a couple of friends. I've seen them on the phone with the credit card company. I ain't never been there. I've been a lot of places.
No, yeah. I mean, I've got banks trying to give me bunches of money, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't need anything. I'll wait for my bonus money, and then
like, why exactly do you need a $1,200 advance right now?
Bourbon baller, what's going on? No, man, I mean, if I had to be like looking for personal loans to get me through my trip, I'm gonna regret it when I get home. I mean, that's some bad shit, especially cash advance. Oh no. That's a whole.
Some of these dudes, they get out of the house. They ain't been out of the house in years. They get out of the house, they can't control themselves, right? I saw one dude blow through about $1,500 at a place in literally about 45 minutes.
Holy moly, dude! That's bad. And,
I ain't ever seen full throttle like that, man. It was pedal.
Once that's over, their night is over. That's it. I always tried to impress people spending as little money as possible. Well, not as possible, but I mean, I wasn't going to offer it up. I mean, why would I walk up to somebody and go, "Hey, can I buy you a drink?" I mean, fuck. 90% of the females in the bar are gonna be like, "Yeah, you can buy me a drink, whatever."
Your money. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your money. But I'll walk up and be like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, introduce myself, ask them for their name, get them, and oh, and here's one, Richard. Remember, the gotta go girl.
Oh man. Shit.
Every freaking group of girls had the one gotta go girl.
The gotta go girl is the one that you didn't want to talk to. She had a bad attitude. She was mad at the world. And because she always had the chip on her shoulder, thinking that nobody wanted to talk to her. And if you want to talk to her friends, she was the one that was going to jump in the way and get them out of there. Now, sometimes that's a good thing, right? I mean, remember that dude we were talking about earlier
Yep.
that we nearly got into that fight with. And the gotta go girl is good because she'll block you from that. But a lot of times she just wants to make sure if she ain't having fun, nobody's having fun.
Right. They gotta go. They gotta go somewhere else. Right. So
Man,
what
I
I
wonder
would
which
do.
girl I am.
So what I would do, Samantha, is I would figure out which one was the gotta go girl in the table of 4 or 5 females.
Uh-huh.
And when I bombed the table, I focused on her.
Because if the
And
gotta go girl wants to stay, you're golden, man.
I would ask her to dance. I would pay attention to her. And yeah, I would acknowledge these others and all that, but I would go right back to her. And I fell, and I'm not even going to say I fell on a grenade because sometimes the gotta go girl's not that bad off, right? She doesn't have to be like the dude from Goonies with one big eye and one little eye. I mean, sometimes she's just shy. And I found some gems doing that shit. And I would go in and dive bomb and figure out the gotta go girl. But we don't know each other. It's not like I'm doing this vindictively. I go in and I'm trying to have a good time. And I find the girl at the table who is the shyest. And that's who I focused on.
That would be me at a lot of tables.
Well, you and I probably would have gotten along one night. What's up,
But
little Jay?
caution, I get loud.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm a chameleon. I'll go with whatever you want to do. I don't have like a set rules for how I'm going to engage for the night. And I'm just there to have a good time. And I'm there to be happy and be fun and have a good time. And I'm also not looking to hook up with somebody. And that's a key point that I could tell a lot of young pups. If you go in the bar looking to hook up and that's your goal, you're probably not going to do it.
You're probably not
the
going to
game
do it as
come
well
to
as you
you.
think you are.
No, but you go in with no expectation. Your expectation is to have a good time, and you permeate that attitude out, and you just joke around with people and all this. You will have more hookups than you probably ever thought you could. But you gotta fucking relax, man. When
I'd
you
say
go,
that's true if you're a younger dude listening to this. You
yeah,
just
you gotta
chill
relax, man.
and
You
go to
gotta,
the bar looking to connect, period, with everyone. Just go to chill.
Mhm. And let
And
it
be cool.
take
Yeah.
you where it
Let
takes.
the game come to you, man. Don't
Yeah.
don't force it because you'll end up looking like an idiot.
Truly.
So Spicy and Inbred said, y'all sexist as fuck. I don't think so.
Interesting.
Well, we go ugly early. Well, and I'm not saying. See, here's the deal. When
Depending on what your goal is, right?
well,
I've got
here's
a
the
friend
deal.
that says that exact same: "Go ugly early."
Well, here's the deal, though. They're not. I mean, I'm just going to throw this out there. There's always an anchor in every group, always. But they're not always ugly. They're not always. They're just not as
Different
outgoing.
motivations.
They're not as flamboyant. They're not as this or that. And if you focus on them and talk to them, you might actually like them. And then we can all have a great time. That's all I'm saying is we would not alienate somebody because they didn't look as hot or they weren't as this or as that. I would go in and get to know. Now, a couple of times it's blown up in my face. Okay. I've gone in and I really was like honing in on the gotta go girl. And I'm looking at the others and I'm like, how the frick did she end up here with y'all? Because she was like needlepoint nothing, right? And I'm like, all right, well, I'll fall on this grenade, for the night. But a lot of times I actually had a good time, you know.
One of my council members, the more I've gotten to know him, and we've been in social situations and things like that, I found out he has the 180-degree opposite tastes than I do.
Okay.
And I was like, where the hell were you when I needed a good wingman? Because he's fearless and
Yep.
we're never going to intersect on what we like. And he would have been perfect to kind of, anytime there was the friend or whatever, he would have gone after that because we had completely opposite tastes. And I
Right.
was like, man, I could have used you as a wingman 20 years ago.
Yeah, you couldn't use me. I mean, I would have done it for you, but and that was what made it so cool is when me and you and Wes and the other guys went out, I was single. I didn't care. I would fall on whatever. I would do whatever. And I would dive bomb tables like all the time. Like I would just go dive bomb a table and be like, hey, there's 6 girls over there. I'm gonna go hook us up. No, 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 man. No, wait, hang on, hang on. I'm like, yeah, chill. And I would just go boom. And I would dive bomb the table.
Yes.
How
Same
did
with
you
my brother
walk
Jody.
up to
He
that
ain't
table?
shy.
No, I'm not shy. And I would dive on the table and I would be like, hey, what's going on? Y'all meeting up with somebody, whatever. Oh, I'm married and I'm here with my girls. Oh, that's cool. Hey, what's your name? And I would be talking to them and I would hone in on the gotta go girl. I would figure out who it was because she wasn't engaging and I would engage with her. And I'd be like, hey, come on, let's go dance. Let's go dance. And
Well,
I
that gotta
would,
go girl probably really appreciates that though, not being
yes, and
overlooked
that's
for
what
a
I'm
change.
saying. That's what I'm saying because she had a good
And she
time that
probably
night.
appreciates a good night. Yeah.
Right. And I
I
would
think
pull
I've
her out
been her
on
a
the
few
dance
times.
floor and we would dance. And I would be like, hey, before we go dance, this is my boys. Hey, y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to go out with her. And we would go out and dance. And by the time we got back, everybody was having a good time and drinks were flowing and we had a good time, you know.
So what's funny, Lil Jay's in here, and
Yeah.
Lil Jay knows Jody before I knew Jody.
Oh, I was horrible.
Oh, we need to
Yeah.
get Little J up here.
So we both know the same guy, but at different times.
Yeah, I was
So we get the
more.
whole evolution of the hawk.
Yeah, boy. When little Jay knew me, that was a different time. I was a little crueler back then. Yeah, that was different. I learned some stuff before I met you. I learned what didn't work. I'll tell you that.
I can't remember how long you'd been there before I got there because I got there in '03.
You talking about at Children's in
Yeah,
Dallas?
yeah.
We were, man, you were 1 year after me,
Okay.
maybe two, well, year and a half, something like that. But Lil Brain was there. Yeah, I know. And Lil Brain and Bill All, and Bill was taking me to like the gentlemen's clubs during the middle of the day.
You
He's like, "Hey,
you
Jody,
remember
ain't
Bill talking
came."
about his ex-wife?
Fuck, man. And I told him, I said, "Man, you got to give me a raise if you want me to pay for this shit." 'Cause we were buying like, he was wanting to go up to the VIP rooms and shit.
That was before I got there, man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
never got that side of Bill. The only side of Bill I got was the one he's so mad at his ex-wife, and he goes. I remember one time he was dead serious too. And he goes, "If I knew I'd only get 1 year in prison, I'd kill her." Like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
He's like, anything over 1 year, it ain't worth it. But if they could promise me I'd only get a year, I'd do it. I was like, damn, okay, Bill.
I know, but he ran up credit cards like madhouse, man. He did. He was running up credit cards. And I'm like, "Bill, we got to pay this shit back, And he was dragging me into these damn clubs like 2 in the afternoon. I'm like, "Bill, these women are fucking like 50 plus years old and ugly as fuck. Why would we want to spend this
That was his
money?"
style, man.
But he was eating it up.
So
Really,
I always
50-plus-year-old strippers?
I mean, and I'm talking about the daytime staff. I don't know how old they were. It's how old they looked.
Oh,
Bill
yeah.
looked like
We got the haggard shit during the day, man.
Bill looked like a skinny boss hog.
Yeah, he
Like
was
he had the
old.
whole look of it and the hair and everything, but he didn't have, he wasn't big and fat like Boss Hog, but he looked like a skinny Boss Hog.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was spending money like madhouse, and he loved the 50-year-old hookers
Wow.
because they made him feel young. And I was like, "Bill, I don't spend this kind of money anytime, But I've split a couple of bottles of whatever, the expensive champagne and all that. And we got the VIP room, and he's like, "Hey, we got VIP." And I'm like, "Yeah, for the day, but it doesn't count at night. You got to spend $600 to get VIP at night." "Oh, but we got VIP." Yeah, during the
We got
day.
those golf tournaments we go to too.
And I'm like, "These women are old. They're old enough to be my mom." I'm like, "What the fuck are we doing here?" So yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
Maybe he was into that.
Oh, he was, because he was like 70 fucking years old. But I wasn't.
Oh, I see. I see.
Right. And he was
So it
getting
made
me
him
to
feel
pay.
better that they were older.
He was getting me to pay for half of the bottles of champagne to get the VIP treatment during the day, and he could go in and do whatever he wanted. And I was out a couple $100 for nothing.
For the record, I participated in none of that.
I finally started telling him I ain't going. I mean, after I spent a few $100, I was like, "Man, no, dude. You got to pay me more if you want me to go there and hook you up with these chicks, because I'm getting zero out of this, like nothing." But it was, Yeah, he had a problem.
Probably more than one.
Yeah, he had several problems. And he wanted to be Dog the Bounty Hunter with his son.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
Right. That's
He's
how
talking
you
about
and
that
I.
son constantly, man.
That's how you and I got to the positions we were in. Because Bill would call me on my phone. He'd be like, "Hey, Jody." I mean, it was like this real deep voice. "Hey, Jody."
Hey, Jody. That's exactly how
"Hey,
he's
Jody." I'll be
Let's
like,
go,
"Hey,
Brownie.
what's going on?" He's like, "Hey, I need you to cover for my 2 o'clock." I mean, but he would do this all the time. I need you to cover for this. I need you to cover, which meant I went into the meeting, and first and foremost, I need to know what the hell the meeting is. And what was that damn secretary's name that worked for him? The one that always fantasized about getting raped in the parking garage.
Man, she was nuts.
Yeah, she was
I can
talking about,
picture her.
I'm
She
gonna
had
get raped in the parking
short
garage.
hair, short kind of gray hair. Oh my gosh, yeah, she was ditzy as hell. She finally got
Oh
fired.
yeah. But her, anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
And I go in one day, and it's like I go in at like, I don't know, it's like 7 a.m. And Bill's like, "Hey Jody, I need you to cover my 2 o'clock, whatever." So I go to her, whatever her name was. Let's say it was Catherine. I don't know, Mary. I have no idea. I can't remember her name. So I go to Mary and I say, "Hey, what's Bill's 2 o'clock?" And she starts shaking her head. And I'm like, what are you doing? Are you having a seizure, or do I need to like keep you from swallowing your tongue? No. So Bill asked me to cover his 2 o'clock. She keeps shaking her head, like just emphatically shaking her head no. This is how ditzy she was. And I'm like, finally, I'm like, "Hey, I have to cover this meeting. What the fuck is it?" "It's a board meeting."
Yes, little Jay, you should come up here.
"Yeah, you should. You should." And so I was like, "Okay." And she's like, "What are you going to do?" And I said, "Well, the first thing I'm going to do is drive back up the tollway to my house, put on a suit, and come back. And then we'll figure it out from there." I worked through lunch. I worked through everything getting that board presentation together and delivered it. And Rich Duncan, remember Richard? Rich Duncan was out of the office. He was away on vacation. And I reported to him as the senior vice president. And when he came back, he was like, "Don't ever do that again. Here's my cell phone. Program it into your cell phone." Because I had no way of contacting Rich. But I had to do that board presentation. And the next day, they're like, "Wow, this dude's awesome. Where's he been?" And all this stuff. And Rich took me into his office, and that's when you and I both made privacy officer, security officer.
You know, Rich was actually a good guy.
No, Rich was great, but his password was Bluebird02 or something.
Yeah, he didn't have a great personality. He wasn't. He was definitely an introvert, but yeah, that dude had a good heart.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike
And
a
he
lot
was
of
on the cusp of retirement. But man,
he got refired.
refired, yeah.
Yeah, they call it retired, but he was told to go retire.
Yeah. But and then who was the guy that was over us when you became privacy officer? I was security officer.
Julian
Wait, who?
De La Rosa?
No. The dude, the big old cup of shut the fuck up.
Oh,
The curly head guy that Jay called Eurotrash.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hold on.
Yeah, think about that. I gotta go pee.
Because he wanted to go. He was like, "Yeah, y'all need to go through this leadership training stuff and all this." Oh man,
Man, think about it. I gotta go pee.
that
Little
dude.
Jay, you should come up here.
If
He
Lil
said
Jay
maybe this
is in the
weekend.
basement when I get back, I'll bring him up.
He'll probably be on this weekend sometime.
Hey, sweet girl. Hey, sweet girl. Sorry, the pups are coming up.
Yeah, mine do that sometimes.
They get. They think it smells like food in here. I guess I don't know. Yeah, I'll be on some call at on some work call, and all of a sudden, the sound of squeak toys comes through. I was like, sorry about that.
Yep, I can hear it.
Yeah, it's it happens. But hey, they're not fighting.
No, they're getting it too.
Oh man, we have to get one of them the super chewer toys because they tear through all the regular toys too quickly. Get down. What are you going to do with a bottle of bourbon? Why are you trying to get it? At least he turned his sound off when he walked away.
Yeah, he did. He peed on my stream one time.
That's what I've heard, and he hadn't lived it down yet.
No. The last time was on my stream.
Oh, on yours. I mean,
Yeah.
it's one thing to do it on your own, right?
Right.
But you do it on somebody else's, that's just rude.
We immediately let him know what he did.
But that's the one thing too. You can't embarrass him.
No, you can't.
He'll own it.
Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll own it. I'll own it every time.
That's right. I say you can't embarrass him.
No, I'll do it. I mean, if I did it, I'll tell you. And if I'll try not to do it again.
That's
no
the that's a bit of advice that I got one time that's good. It's like if you're wrong, own it. If you're right, shut up. Because no one likes to hear somebody gloat, and everyone wants to hear someone own when they did something wrong.
Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah, Jay got blew up in the military. He took shrapnel to the hip, the head, the whole fucking side of his body. But I will say this. Jay is cool. And Richard. Farm D.
Who?
Farm D.
Farm D.
Remember?
Yep.
Bitches shits. Remember that?
Yep.
Oh my God.
I'll be right back, but I'll be listening.
No. Vicious shits.
Farm D.
That was hilarious, man. We were monitoring someone's email at some point. I think Randy got in trouble for that after we left.
Yeah, that did kind of suck that he got stuck there.
Yeah.
After we both took off.
Yeah. Oh man. What was her name? I can't even remember her name. I don't know.
No. Man.
But her father was so proud that she made Farm D.
Yeah.
His little doctor pharmacist daughter.
Yep. The pharmacist doctor.
And her dad would come over and clean her toilet when it would stop up. And she's like, I took
place I worked at This is probably 2017, 2016, something like that.
Yep.
We hired these. This was over in our accounting department.
Mm-hmm.
Hired these new college grads. You know, they're supposed to be prepared, ready to take on the world, right?
Well, they're green, but yeah.
So, but this is kind of. I mean, you know, I'm what, a year or two younger than you, Jody, but not much, right? So
Not much. Not
yeah,
much.
maybe a year probably. And
Well, you're in your 50s.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Me
I'll
too.
next a week from today, I'll be 52.
Okay. So I'm 2 years older than you.
Okay,
Or
so
maybe 1.5, something like that.
so this is what blows my mind, man.
Mhm.
Is so we worked at this place, and this new grad, but 23, 24 years old, right? Graduated from college, gets his first job out of college, gets their break. And it's kind of a fast paced environment, but they were told that up front. And they didn't work for me or in my department or anything like that. But what they did was they went home or they left for lunch, right? Worked that morning, left for lunch, didn't come back.
Huh.
About 2:00, their boss kind of is like, "Hey, she didn't come back for lunch. Wonder what happened. Let me call her. Let me call her on the phone, make sure she's all right." Right? I mean, somebody disappeared at lunch, didn't come back.
Right.
No answer. Text message, no answer. So what happened?
You worried she may have gone to lunch and got killed in a car wreck.
Exactly.
Right?
So I mean, it was right to try to check on the person for their safety. Well, about 4:30, this girl's father calls the boss, calls our director of accounting, and says, "Yeah, my daughter is resigning from her position effective immediately."
What?
The father, yeah, she quit her job, couldn't handle it, didn't want to come back after lunch that day, and this is after she'd been there like a month, right? Left, but couldn't take the responsibility of quitting herself. I mean, that's bad enough, right? Quitting with no notice, right? That's bad enough.
Right.
And then not having the, whatever it takes to do that, and then to ask your dad to do it, and then your dad actually doing it. It might, I got one that's about to be 23. If he ever asked me to go quit for him, I'd be like, that's
No.
be a man. That ain't happening.
Are they whipping you with something over there? I mean, I gotta know.
So the guy just said, like, listen, this person quit or whatever. I'm gonna, he's like, listen, you're the problem. You're the problem. If you're willing to call and quit on behalf of your daughter, you're part of the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some that's not even millennial. That's just some Gen Z stuff I never even would think.
I don't know, man.
That's so like beyond what I can wrap my head around. And go quit on behalf of my
Oh, excuse me.
This dude didn't hire, this dude didn't have a relationship with the dad to hire this person. This person thought they were hiring an adult, and then their parent steps in and quits for him.
So Texas Gamer Chick said, how old was she?
24.
20. Whoa.
Yeah.
Dude. By 24, my kids know they got to sink or swim, boy.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Boy, you better be kicking your little feet because you out on your own, motherfucker. I'll help you out here and there, but I ain't gonna tell you that. But you better be kicking as hard as you can.
So I had to throw that squeak toy. That dog driving me.
Oh, thank you, Twisted. I had to sneeze pretty bad. No, man, I wouldn't quit. I mean, hey, you want to quit? You go tell them you quit. and I ain't calling nobody. I might call to help you keep your job if you think you got screwed or something, like, oh, the politics here, man. This is what I did, and I was trying to do this, and they
Right.
are trying to screw me out. Yeah, I may call then and talk to them a little bit, but I'm going to get the other side of the story. I'm not going to call them and go, hey, my son's right or whatever. I'm going to call and go, hey, my son tells me this. What do you have to say? And if they say, man, your son's a fuck up, dude, I'll be like, oh, really? And I'll listen to everything. And then I go back, because I'm a realist. I want to know the real story. But I certainly wouldn't quit for anybody. You do that on your damn own, boy.
Yeah. That was something else.
That's heavy. That's heavy. That's a lot to carry. People are like that though.
Man, I tell you and I hate to just try to generalize, but man, it just seems like a lot of these younger 20-something just so soft, man.
Well, and I know on my channel, when I was doing my live, earlier, I say, hey, everybody gets a trophy. And that's everybody gets a single put me in thing. But everybody gets a trophy mentality. Just because you show up, just because you do this, just because you do that, doesn't mean you're valuable to. What's your value? What are you bringing to the team?
Yeah.
Well, these same people are like, hey, I've showed up. I've showed up on time. I've worked here for 3 months. Let me get a raise.
No.
But what else have you done though? Just because you've been here and you've been present and you've had good attendance doesn't mean you deserve a raise.
They
Are
think
you
that
kicking
meet
ass?
the minimum requirements.
If you're kicking ass, you deserve a raise.
No, you're right. If you're kicking ass.
If you're kicking ass after 3 months, you can talk about that. Yep, I agree.
There's no more paying your dues, starting at the bottom, working your way up. There's no more of that.
Meeting the basic requirements is how you keep your job.
Keep.
It's like, yes, you've shown up on time every day for 3 months, right? That's why you're not fired.
Right. You still have your job.
And I don't even know what you do, Twisted, but you understand.
I'm an artist.
You're a nurse?
An artist.
Or an artist. So what type? Painting, sculpting?
Painting.
Nice.
And you know what? If she doesn't paint, she doesn't get paid.
That's true.
Boy, that is right. I mean, you want to talk about understanding entrepreneurship, understanding work ethic. It's you don't work, you don't get any income. I mean, that's the heart of it.
And that's the bottom line. If you don't paint, you don't eat. You know. And and I've heard about people talking about. I mean, I've lived off ramen before. I've done it. 10 cents a pack, ramen. And I'd buy a shit ton of it and all this. And I learned how to make cheesy ramen. I learned how to make all different kind of ramen out of all these little packs of 10-cent fucking meals. But man, I have worked hard to get where I am.
No, you've done well, Joe.
Yeah, I've done all right.
What am I going to do, Joe?
What am I going to do, Joe? No, this dude. Okay, what am I going to do, Joe? That was a guy I hired. He came in. He couldn't even sit through required mandatory training.
The first day orientation, man.
Day. and they're like, "Hey, he missed most of the stuff, but tomorrow he needs." And I talked to him that night, and I said, "Tomorrow you have to sit through everything, and then after it's over, you have to get what you missed on on the day before." All right, I got it. I got it. He still didn't do it, and they're like, "We can't authorize him to start because he hasn't finished the thing." And I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I called him and I said, bye.
Bye.
Because if you can't sit through mandatory training for 2 days,
It's not gonna work. I would feel the same way.
yeah, I'll let him go. And what am I gonna do, Joe? What am I gonna do? And I'm like, I don't know what you're gonna fucking do, but you're not gonna work for me because I build a good team.
Jody made a dude cry in his office, man.
Yeah, he was crying. I didn't make him cry. He made himself cry.
That's the truth, though. He made the decision that,
Yeah,
that made your
he made
decision.
all those decisions.
And he didn't even know your name after 2 days.
Yeah, my name's Jody, not Joe.
Yeah. Oh man, that dude, he couldn't sit still. That really goes to show that an interview is not any sort of determinant about how someone will perform in a job.
No. I call interviewing speed dating to marriage.
Yeah.
And you can only learn so much through speed date. And you think you have the right candidate, and you make them an offer and all this stuff, and then you find out what the real shit is.
Yeah, and there's so Wes was telling me the other day, and I know you know Wes. He's a police chief. He's interviewing for a bigger city. A fairly well-known city. He's interviewing for that job, and what they did, instead of actual interview, they sent him a list of questions, and they said, video yourself answering these questions and then send us the video.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know, it was a little bit, it was interesting as far as a new way to, or kind of a different way to do the interview. So you don't have a bunch of people just sitting there watching someone in front of you, performing a traditional job interview. You had them really kind of comparing one candidate to another on answering these questions that were actually important, and they judge your answers better than just how you interviewed. And it's
Right.
really kind of interesting to me about whether that's a better way to do things. I don't know.
No, I mean it's all good. Now I say Bourbon Baller here. He says work ethic starts from parents. It does. Mine did. Mine started from both my parents. Now my dad was stricter than my mom, but my mom had excellent work ethic. And my thing is, 16 hours a day. Yeah, I mean I'll put in 8 to 10 hours at work, and then I'll work 6 more hours on this channel, on creating videos, and RB knows what I do. I've sent you the link to the HD stuff in the background that I do.
Yep.
That is like hours of shit I put into that to make it that good. I mean, I'm busting my butt here trying to, make this right. And I keep up with all these names. And after the show's over tomorrow, I'm going to sit down with all these names and all these put me in for tens and all these individual names. And I enter them into a document. And then I go on YouTube on my community post and I update who has how many entries on that community post. I mean, this is work, man.
Yeah.
This is work. And I do that. And when I have the quarterly drawing, I send it out within a day or two. And I take pictures of the tracking number and shit off the receipt and I send it to the winner so they know when it's coming. So this is all work that we're doing here. This
I
isn't,
wouldn't know. I've never won.
I mean, this isn't like free flowing bullshit.
But even with the different channels, you can see how different people put the work in differently.
Well, you can, and I don't care. I'm not comparing myself to others. I'm putting the work in. And
Well, I
I'm
mean,
gonna,
just running a YouTube channel is work. That's what I'm
right.
saying.
It's work,
It's work.
all the way
No
around.
matter what you're doing, it's work in some way if you're doing it well.
Yeah. And that's why I cut my live streams down. And I'll do these impromptu things. But what I promise people is one video a week and 2 live streams. That's Thursday, Saturday. You know, that's it.
Man, I do a podcast, and it's enough trying to, book guests to come on there and things like that, and keep up with that. And I know that's not nearly the type of work as the editing and the stuff that you do on this.
Well,
because what I do is I record and then I send it off to someone to do all that stuff.
Right. And they
But
do
you don't
all
have
that
someone
for you.
else. You
Right.
are the someone else, right?
Yeah.
So-
I'm it. If I don't do it, it doesn't get done.
right.
That's the thing with all small YouTubers. We do our own editing and everything.
Oh, Lil J.
Most of us do.
Lil J, you're not lazy as hell. I know you. You bust your ass. Lil J, he said, I disagree, Bourbon Baller. My parents both had great work ethic, and I'm lazy as hell. Yeah, whatever. Smiley, smiley, laugh, laugh, whatever. Lil J will work his ass off. I'll tell you that right now. He just joking.
So we're gonna see some of those paintings, Twisted.
Uh-oh, she ain't there.
Oh, must have been a refill break. Like I'm almost
there
there.
she is.
I was chewing. I have stuff on Facebook and on Instagram.
Now, Twisted has, she's too modest. Okay, Twisted has these coasters, like these pour art, where she does the multiple colors coming down on these coasters, and they're cool as hell.
Thank you.
And you should have more confidence behind them and push them out there. She
I
has
definitely believe in my product.
But yeah, what's your site to buy stuff off of?
Oh, Etsy, Twisted Art Lady is the store.
Oh, Etsy at Twisted Art Lady.
I'm working on a website soon. I want to get off of Etsy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking for a site I can use to ship my own stuff. I don't want them, like, I don't want to go into like Teespring and be like, here's my logo, print a t-shirt. No, all I need you to do is take the payment and give me the money. I'll ship it. I'll do all that, And I'm looking at the best option for setting up an e-tail site.
You're wanting to make the shirts yourself?
No, I'm wanting to engrave or do the acid etching or whatever on the glasses myself. I'm wanting to order the hats from where I want to, because they're high quality. I can get them. I know they're high quality. I can look at them before I send them to you. You know, that type of stuff. I want to verify. I'm a CEO here. I'm wanting to. Nothing gets past me. I'm not going to order. I'm not going to have you guys go out and order shit and then it not be perfect, right?
Right.
Low quality bullshit, and I don't even know because they're intermediating. You know, I'm not going to do that. I want to see it first. I want to have it in front of me. I'll package it. I'll ship it. I'll do all that.
So you're
That's
wanting to hire a company to make the stuff and ship it to you.
not to make it. All I want them to do is for me to post pictures, take the credit cards. Wait, we're getting a feedback. But I want them to take the credit card, tell me it went through, and then I ship it from my house.
You probably just need a website.
Yeah, probably. Because I don't trust anybody.
I do my own shipping.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to touch it, smell it, feel it before I send it to you. And if it's not the highest quality, I'm going to freaking send it back and tell them this is bullshit. You know. Because I'm not going to ever send an inferior product.
Quick refill time. Be right back.
Yeah. It is 12:44 here. I'm going to grab another beer.
All right.
Can you believe that? I'm going to grab another beer.
Wait,
You know, I don't even drink beer anymore.
I know I do, but, you know, I'm a heathen.
If it's brown, I'm down.
Yeah. Beer is kind of golden brown. I don't know. You know. They probably put color in it. I don't care. I'm going to grab another one. One more, and then that's about it. Let me grab, what am I looking at here? Shoot. What is this? Oh, this is a nice one. All right. All right. One more heavy beer. Hang on. I got to pop the top. All right. So, the beer, it's, well, hang on. I got to get a napkin.
What's up, Jerry?
Damn paper towel. All right. Boom. Ooh, that is strong. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. I promise. I opened Raging Bitch from Flying Dog, and it frosted over the top. I keep my refrigerator really, really cold. But yeah, this one kind of, whew, man, that's strong. Ah, yep. Oh, are we still here?
We're still here.
Okay.
RB is getting a drink.
No, Cindy, I don't need a bourbon. I do not. I'm drinking a Raging Bitch Belgium IPA from Flying Dog. Lil J, man, won't you put like big laughing faces after your comments? Because you know that shit ain't true. I haven't had a drink in days. You talking about water? Lil J. Come on, man. And if that's true, there's got to be a story behind it, and you are jonesing for something. I know you are. If it's true. Is true, man. Okay.
He did mention having to take his lady friend to the airport, so maybe it has something to do with the lady friend.
I can take a person to the airport in 30 minutes. I mean, I'm just saying. It doesn't take up my whole day. Now, if he had to go do some kind of
Hi,
my
Tuna.
uncle,
You can put him on a bus in less than that, can't you, Jody?
yeah, I can put crystal meth on the bus. Quick, boy. I'll put her butt on a bus. So
you call me early that morning. You're like, hey,
Yep.
guess where I've been?
I've been to the Greyhound station. I put her ass on a bus, boy. That was crystal meth. Her name was Crystal Meredith.
Back when I first met Lone Star, he said he put his eggs on an airplane on her birthday and said bye.
Yep.
He's like, was that terrible? I was like,
nope.
I'm gonna say I don't know the details.
Yep. I don't. You don't. Don't judge me. You don't know the details.
I don't know what was going on. I mean, something must have been going on if he decided to put her on a plane on her birthday.
I went to a bar with Crystal, and I didn't flirt with anybody, nobody, because I'm there with somebody, right? And we're not even married, but I was there with her. I respected her enough. I'm not going to flirt with other people. I'm going to, this and that. She left the bar with this dude. And I'm sitting there thinking she's in the bathroom. And an hour and a half later, I realized, and I had women go into the bathroom and check.
She left the bar with some other dude?
With a dude.
With you sitting there?
With me sitting there, yes.
Wow.
And I was on my good behavior, But after I figured out she was gone, then I hooked up with somebody and took 2 girls home. But whatever. But I had to lick my wounds. Whatever. But at the time, I was like, I didn't know she was gone. And she left with this dude at like 9:45. I mean, it was early in the night. And finally, I figured out, and the guy that owned the bar showed me the footage of them leaving together because he pulled up the CCTV and showed she's gone, dude. She's not, she didn't get abducted. They were hugging on the way out.
She wasn't abducted.
Right. And that's what I was like, because I was like, where's Crystal? Because we're supposed to be hooked up or whatever. And I'm being so good. I'm not flirting. I'm not doing anything. I'm being with her. And then she leaves with this dude. And then the owner of the bar shows me the CCTV. And I'm like, well, she looked like she was in good hands. So that's about 10:15, about an hour later. And I'm like, okay, so I can have fun. And that's when I hooked up with the other ones. But I didn't do it till I was sure she was okay, right? I was reasonably assured she was okay. And then the next day, she calls me. It's a Saturday. She calls me about 10 a.m. Hey, can you come pick me up? And I'm like, pick you up for what? And she's like, well, got lost or whatever, and I'm down here. I'm like, you didn't get lost. Have your motherfucker drop you off at the house, you know? So
That's when
she's
she uttered the famous phrase.
right. She's like, no, you come get me. And I'm like, I ain't coming getting you for shit. You can go get on a bus. And so finally I told her, I said, look, have dude bring you to the house. He doesn't, there's going to be no confrontation. I'm in the house. He drives up, drops you off. You walk to the door. He drives off. I don't care. Right. So finally I convince her that it's okay. And dude wouldn't even drive into, you remember my townhome? Well,
I
I
do.
didn't know it because you left panties on the floor, but it wasn't yours. But anyway, um, uh, but my townhome, and he wouldn't even pull into the parking lot. And I live way in the back of the townhome thing, way in the back, right? So he pulls up on the street, drops her off. She walks like a block and a half back into the townhome thing to get to the townhome. And she's like, I don't want to tell you what happened. And I'm
You
like,
gonna believe what you gonna believe.
I told her, I said, well, I already freaking know what happened, you know? And she's like, no, you don't know. And I'm like, okay, tell me. Well, he said this about you, and he said this about you. And it was all like, stereotypical bullshit, judging. And I said, Crystal, he was trying to get laid. That's it. And it worked, you know. And she's like, well, how you know it worked? And I'm like, well, you didn't say it didn't, you know. But anyway, right after that was when I called you and I dropped her off at the bus station. I said, get your ass home.
You gonna believe what you gonna believe.
Yeah, you're gonna believe what you're gonna believe. Well, I dropped her ass off and I said, just go home.
What a piece of work.
Man. I mean, I'm just like, I wasn't mean or anything. I was just like very deliberate. I was like, no, this is it. So
I mean, she was mean.
you know,
I mean, I'll be honest. There are times when Jody has overreacted, and stuff like that is when he has not. And I thought he was overly cautious and understanding, but it's like he knew the outcome. Whatever you said wasn't going to matter. You're still getting on that bus.
Yep, you getting on that damn bus.
Yeah,
I'm gonna drop your ass off of that. And I don't care when your bus is running. And she's like, can we get something to eat? And I'm like, why? And she's like, my bus doesn't get here for 3 hours. And I was like, okay, here's $2. Go put it in the machine and get you some like crackers. I'm cold as fuck at that point, But no, I mean, no one's gonna push me over. I'm just gonna listen. But yeah, at the same time, I'm not gonna jump to a conclusion, right? I want to know the facts. And because how would I feel if I said, oh my God, Crystal, screw her. She's cheating on me. And some dude abducted her, right? How would I feel about that? I want to make sure I have all the facts. But once I had all the facts and I saw the happy, willfully leaving and all that, now I got all the facts, right? I'm not going to jump to a conclusion and falsely accuse somebody. But once I had the facts, oh, it was done deal then. I'm cold hearted, baby. And there's no cold or warm heart at that point. There's no heart left, right? There's nothing left. We're just two people. And at that point, you can get the frick out of my house and here. And I even gave her like $100 and put her on a bus. I mean, I paid for the bus ticket. I gave her like $100.
You did pay for the bus ticket. That was very nice of you.
Mm-hmm. I sent her butt back to Arkansas. No, it was very, she was, how do I put this? She was not the outgoingest person in the world.
Floor up.
Floor up, tore up from the floor up. She was, had a very low self-esteem, and anyone who treated her at all with anything would get her attention. And I kind of learned that, and yeah, center packing the next day.
Yeah, that was on that would have been on an early Saturday morning, because I remember that was I used to come pick you up when we were remodeling that house.
Yeah.
And so that all happened on like I said, a Friday night / Saturday morning.
Yep.
Because that was all over and done with by the time.
Oh hell, she was on the bus by
started.
the time we went to remodel that house.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, she was on the bus already. Because I dropped her off at like 7 a.m. down there.
And we'd get started about 11, and we'd go have lunch and then go spend the rest of the day until the evening working.
Oh, dude, do you remember when we were pulling that window out of that back bedroom?
Yeah.
The carpenter ants.
Oh, man. Flying everywhere.
And I was pushing the window out. We had taken the Sawzall and cut the window out, and we were going to reframe it. And I pushed the window out, and he was pulling, and you pulled it, and all the carpenter ants fell on you. And you
oh, man.
The only thing you said was better days. I've had better days.
Man, the worst thing that happened was we were out in that little garage trying to put sheetrock up on the ceiling. And I fell off of that sawhorse.
Yep.
And busted my ribs.
Yeah.
And that was a pain I had never experienced before, man. Because I bounced off of that sumbitch.
Yeah, boy. I was like, "Are you okay?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm fine." You got up and you were like, "I'm not fine. I'm not fine."
I gotta go sit down.
I gotta go sit down.
Damn. Oh man, I fell off. We were trying to put sheetrock on a ceiling. We shouldn't have been standing on that shit. But, boy, I fell right off of that. Oh my God, that was.
Oh Lord! I mean, we just put a piece of plywood between two sawhorses because we.
Oh.
Oh, and that freaking sawhorse gave, and you fell, and I straddled the sawhorse, but I caught myself before I wrecked my nuts.
Man.
But I was like worried about you because you went bam. I mean, your side is the one that gave, and I
hit hard.
I was like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "No, yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right." He gets up, and then he's stretching a little bit. And he's doing this, and I'm like, "All right, well, let's do." He's like, "Man, I need a break."
Yeah, the first time I'd ever busted ribs before, man. Oh my gosh.
That was hard.
Sleeping, sitting up for a couple weeks there.
Yeah, but we got that house remodeled.
I still have it.
Yeah, you got it rented out.
Yeah, I mean it.
Now I do feel bad about one thing. Now we discussed it before we did it. that bedroom had dropped like a foot and a half, and we re-poured like concrete in that bedroom.
We floated it, yeah.
We floated the concrete and made the floor level, but that corner of the house was dropping. And I was like, this will hold you for another 6 months.
The floors are level, but there's one room where the ceiling's about a foot lower than the rest of
Yeah, man, the house was so crooked, and we just floated all the floors through the whole thing. But it's
those were first class windows we put in the front of that
oh,
house.
that was awesome. Yeah,
Those are big
but
hella.
you're renting it out like what do you call it? Subsidized or whatever.
Yeah, I used to do that. Now I got I've got this guy who lived in it for a while. Then he moved to another house, and he's down there, and I've got an agreement with him. He's kind of like my property manager, so he'll send me the same amount of money every month for that house, whether it's rented or not.
Wow.
And so it's his job to keep somebody in there, and anything between what he sends me and what he gets from a tenant, he gets to keep.
Right. Well, yeah. So if he wants to rent it for $900 and
Right.
whatever, right?
And I don't have to go down there.
Right.
I go down there maybe 2-3 times a year rather than 2-3 times a month.
Right.
And that's worth it to me for him to get a little piece of the action.
Hell yeah.
And he just sends me the money up there. I mean, it's a good deal now, and I don't have to go do that. Now, what's killing me, and you don't understand this because of the state you live in now, is those property taxes.
Oh yeah.
And so used to.
I understand
really
because
profit out of that. Now
Yeah.
that profit ain't much decent anymore because I'm giving it back, at the end of each year.
Yeah. But that's the make a little, take a little.
Yep.
Well,
I figured, one of these days I'm gonna need to go crash at that house, so I don't want to go sell it yet.
No. But it's a decent house. I mean, we really made that house nice.
Yeah. I mean, we tore everything out of that house and rebuilt
everything. We had it gutted. I mean, we were down to the studs in that house.
Literally.
Yeah. And we built.
We rebuilt that floor in the kitchen. I mean, from the about floor up, literally from the studs on the floor to put the flooring on. We did all that.
I cut 2x4s at an angle, like a sheer angle, to make them level the floor. That's where you were talking about the ceiling is a little lower over here.
Yeah.
The house had dropped, and we built the floor up to make it level.
Yep.
So on that side, it was a little lower, and the cabinets wouldn't fit, and we had to saw them off and all that shit.
With the way housing prices are now, man, they may make me some ridiculous offer for that thing someday, and they'll take it as is, and I may do it. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, if someone makes you a decent offer for as is, take it immediately. Just take
Not to
it.
have to go back down there again, man, because that
Just
is
take it.
Where is your
Because
house at?
We fucking ruined that.
Oh,
house.
so Twisted. Since you live in the area, this house is down in Lancaster.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's where I grew up. Now it's a way different place now than when it was back in the '80s. But yeah, that's where this house is.
Lancaster.
We used to drive. I'd come down from where I am, pick Jody up, and down in Carrollton, Addison, right at that border. We drive all the way down there and work our asses off all day on remodeling that house.
I got me a number 2 supersonic cheeseburger out of it most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, that was part of my. I paid you a little bit, not probably what you earned, but
you paid me a little over he paid me after all that work a little over about 1,500. You know, but I
They
had
kept you out of trouble on the weekends too.
yeah, but you talking about trouble? Remember when we went to Hooters on Addison?
We used to do that every week. That's where we have lunch before we went down there.
Right, but do you remember that time the girl was in there? She was really, really young, and we were trying to get her to go to Vegas with us. Remember?
And I get you one thing.
Yeah, one thing. And Richard finally he said, you know, he looks way better naked than I do. And she goes, yuck. Oh, that's when I knew neither one of us had a chance. And I was like, yeah, we're done with this. I'm not wasting any more time. She said, yuck. And we've been working her for like, I don't know, 3 weeks or so.
Well, yeah, man. But I mean, she should have let us know that week one. Man.
Yeah, I know. But we're not pushy. We're not pushy.
No.
If somebody says no, we move right along. We move right along. We're not. No. But if the stars align and all that, we're not sexist. We're not this or that. Everybody likes to have fun, and we try to pitch our ideas to have fun. And if people are in on it, then yeah, we go for it. And if not, then we move along. That's it.
Hey, Twisted, I think I found your Facebook page and liked it.
Nice.
The one painting I absolutely loved, you put that word sold on it. So I'm like, oh, man. You know?
Which one? The cityscape?
No, that abstract one that was kind of red and gray.
With the white?
Let me see here.
I can share something. If you want to put something up in the basement, I can share it up.
That I'm pulling it back up now.
Jerry J, take care, man.
That one you've got there, it says October 2021. It's kind of red and orange up in the left and down, you know, kind of it's that abstract, man. I love that one.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about.
She can probably make you another one.
And then it said, edit, sold.
It won't be exact, but it'll, you know, because everyone's unique.
Now, she's got to do it in that Bob Ross wig that you got.
Yeah, I mean, man, that's a cheap ass Bob Ross wig. I mean, it's not even tight afro; it's loose.
Man, so we're going to. I mentioned one of the times you got up and left earlier. That we're going to Florida next week, and my daughter is looking at. So I'm going with 2 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
So wish me luck, man.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I mean, frick. Yeah.
Man, so then, so she's looking at stuff to do that she wants to, that would be fun. And she finds this one thing. She's like, man, they got over in St. Augustine, they have a pirate museum. Yeah. And I was like, pirate museum? That actually does, that kind of sounds fun to me too. And she's like, yeah. And they encourage you to dress up for it. I'm like, well, you do you, but I ain't doing that crap.
Yeah, I ain't dressing up for sure.
No. And so I was like, so I pulled up the website. We were having dinner one time, and so I pulled up the website, look at this, and it's like, oh man, too bad you didn't know about this when you were young and stuff. I said they got like little kids' birthday parties for pirates and stuff like that. She's like, what are you talking about when I'm young? That sounds fun now. I was like, oh my God.
Okay.
So who knows, man? She might try to head up there with a patch over her eye and, something like that. But yeah, so I guess probably this time next week we'll be heading to some pirate museum.
So how many kids you got now, man?
Well, not as many as you, man. I only got 3.
Okay. I know 2 of them.
Yeah, you know the boys.
Yeah.
My daughter, man, I'm kind of questioning whether I'm the dad or not. I mean, she's pretty smart.
It could be.
Pretty and smart. I don't know. I don't know if she got that from me or not.
I don't know, man. Sometimes you gotta wonder. But toof.
Dude, man, when that kid turns 21, look the hell out, man.
No, I know. He's already driving a Camaro.
Yeah, he's wild. He had to go get his hair cut today. I hadn't seen him, but his hair was getting very long, to the point where they told him where he's bartending, listen, your hair gets any longer, we're going to ask you to wear a hat or put a net on. And he's like, oh yeah, I guess I got to get it cut now.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna do fine. He's gonna do fine.
He will. He just does. Man, he's the one that carves his own path.
Yeah, but
and he'll be fine. He'll make mistakes, and but he's gonna carve his own path. He ain't gonna follow anybody else.
Right. He'll get a couple of boosts to his ego here and there, from the bar scene.
Man, I tell you what, man, he already has, but
well, I know that, but what you have to be careful of is that he looks for the right one, right? Like, can she spar with you intellectually? And I'm not saying that derogatory. I'm just
no. I understand what you're saying, and
because if he doesn't respect who he's with, it's not good.
Man, I tell you, he folded his cards before he needed to. Is what I guess I'll put it that way, right?
Yeah. But
I caught him the other morning. I got up the other morning, and he's up there. He's down in the kitchen cooking breakfast. I was like, "What are you doing, man? You making something? You making breakfast for everybody?" He goes, "No. He's just sitting there making something for his girlfriend to go take it over to her before he goes to school." What? Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, what? I can't wrap my head around that, man.
There ain't no McDonald's near her.
Oh no, believe me, there's plenty of times he'll run by Chick-fil-A or something like that before he and so he headed out today so she's on spring break this week. She goes to community college nearby here, and it's their spring break. Well, he headed over there. He didn't have school today. He headed over there about 11 o'clock once he got up and got around and stuff like that. I ain't seen him, and it's 12:15. So,
he's fucking.
He's over there playing house.
He's over there flexing. He's getting it done.
Well, that's the other thing too. This is where I hit him below the belt. I'm like, so she works sometimes. Right. She works, and sometimes he comes over here with her dog, and I'm like, dude, how could you explain with a straight face that my girlfriend's at work and I am babysitting her Yorkie? How does that make you look, dude?
Yorkie.
That's the part that's the clincher, right?
Yeah. If it was like a pit bull, I mean, it's like, yeah, man, I got
it ain't like a Great Dane or a Doberman, right? It's a Yorkie.
Yeah, I got a Doberman here. Hey, that's my girl shit, man. It knows me. It'll eat you alive. But a Yorkie? And I mean, it's like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Hashtag simp Yorkie.
Yeah, I don't know how to I don't know how to bridge that. That's somebody taking care of a Yorkie.
Your oldest boy, what's he up to now?
He is a Salesforce engineer.
Whoa, he works for the company Salesforce?
No, he is a Salesforce engineer working for a company who acquired, implemented Salesforce.
Because we just did that. My company just implemented Salesforce.
Right. So my son is one of the guys you would want to recruit if you're having problems, right? He can come in and kind of straighten shit out for you.
No, he's always been a smart dude.
Oh, he is freaking, yeah. Hypodermic needle sharp. Yeah.
He figured out pretty early on, hey, you know what? I'm as smart as my parents. I can do my own thing.
Yep. And that's what I love about it.
Yep.
Because he's doing his own thing. It's not what I do. You know, he's out on his own. And he's making 6 figures. So, hey.
Is he in KC?
Yep.
Nice. I hadn't been up there in a couple years.
Yeah, he's living in like Overland Park and shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, when we put in that, I've made several trips up there when we were recruiting and working with Nebraska Furniture. You know, they got that big store in KCK.
Yeah.
And so we've been up there
he's
several
shot there.
times.
Yeah, I have to pee. I'll be right back.
Well, if Twisted's still here, we can handle it.
Yeah, I'm still here. I don't know what happened to my photo. It's not
RB's in charge while I'm gone.
You well, I mean, you know, it's about time Texas took over, right?
right.
So you're in Arlington, but you're really a Grand Prairie girl, right?
Yeah.
Now, are you from Grand Prairie?
No, I'm from Northeast Texas originally.
Okay, so when I hear Northeast Texas, the first thing that pops into my mind is Mount Pleasant.
A little south of there, Longview.
Oh, Longview. Well, that's East Texas. Well, you're right. That is Northeast Texas.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what is the town just a little north of Longview? My son, my son and I both went to SFA, and he met up with a whole crew of people that were from somewhere just what is it? Just north of Longview. Oh man, what is that one town that they had the viral video about they all dressed up as like Chick-fil-A cows?
I'm not sure. Lone Star?
Oh my gosh, no. Man, that's killing me.
Lone Star is north of Longview. Let me see.
Man. That is bugging me now because he hooked up with a bunch of people from there, and that's that's who he hung out with when he started college, and then through those people, that's how he met the girlfriend and all that. Wow, what is it?
There's not anything very significant north of Longview. Sulphur Springs?
Let's see. Let's see if I can figure this out. I'm looking here. Hallsville.
Hallsville, wow.
Hallsville, yes. They had a whole thing where their
Yeah.
whole drill team dressed up as in cow suits, and it went viral, and millions of people saw this because Chick-fil-A even used it in an ad. But yeah, he hooked up with like three guys that he met right when he got there that were from Hallsville, and through them, that's how he met his girlfriend, and that's the one he's about to go propose to. So good for him, I guess.
Good for him. Good for him. Good for him.
Your son lives down there?
He graduated from SFA last year, and he's going to grad school, getting his MBA in finance. But he's doing it virtual. He's doing it online, and he's working in Lufkin and still living in Nacogdoches.
Wow.
Now, I'm a little jealous because I went to SFA, and when I graduated, I would have loved to figure out a way to keep living down there, but I couldn't. I had to go actually get a job and go to work.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
But he had me, so he could go to grad school and still, kind of live like a college student for a few more years.
You know what, Richard? We try to uplift the next generation. That's it. And I'm happy that my son is able to make more money at his age than I was at my age. And that's what, we're trying to coach them, teach them, give them an edge in this shit. But it's really up to them at the end of the day what they're going to do.
You know what's funny is, and Twisted, you've got one same age. I mean, Jody's got one a little older than that. But what's really surprising to me is some of the stuff that's common knowledge or common sense to me and Jody and you that they call and ask about, and you're like, how the hell did you not know that, dude?
Right.
Yeah, did I not mention this like 20 years ago, 18, 7 years ago? But sometimes we did mention it, but it was, we forget.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have to learn. And my thing is, I'm teaching my kids how to build good credit, keep good credit. You pay less for everything when you have a good credit, all that type of stuff. And now Blake bought a new Kia, one of the new Kias, the Seltos. Is that what it is? The little SUV thing. And it's his first car. Now, I bought him his first car.
Right.
And he got rear-ended in the car in this multi-car collision. And he took all the money from that car and bought his little Ford Focus thing. But this is his first car he's bought, totally on his own, without the, help from collision or anything.
So, what did you replace that blue Lexus with?
A Honda Civic Hybrid.
Because that was definitely when you were out in Fort Worth there or working in Fort Worth.
But I wasn't single anymore.
Right, because I remember. Gosh, you know what? All I think of you is with that blue Lexus. What did you drive before that? I know I knew it, but I can't remember.
Oh hell! I came out here. Out here. I say out here. I came to Texas in a Ford pickup truck, a 4-wheel drive Ford pickup truck.
I don't remember that with you at all.
It was that two-tone brown truck, but I traded that quick for that Lexus. I mean, hell, we were making $100,000 a year. You know,
Yeah,
I didn't keep it that
it feels
long.
like you didn't have the Lexus when I first met you, but I sure as hell don't remember what you had before that.
Well, it was that Ford pickup truck, but it was winter when we met, right? And that winter, I traded it for that Lexus.
It was.
Yeah.
Because I started probably December.
Yeah.
What was I driving then?
Shit, I don't know.
I remember I had that most of the time when we were going back and forth. I was driving that Mitsubishi.
Oh yeah, you had that Sansabichi.
Yeah, that little white SUV.
Yeah.
Man, that was
what I thought it was a Murano or something.
No, it wasn't. That was a Nissan. This was a Mitsubishi. I can't remember what the
whatever
Mitsubishi
the crossover SUV was.
I tell you what, man, that's not necessarily my favorite car ever, but that car had the best sight lines. There was no blind spot in that car. I could see, looking around, I could see everything in that car. And I drove that thing until the rear end, went out on it, or the differential went out on it, and that's when I had to get rid of it. But that was, man, that car, I drove the crap out of that, and I bought that car right over there by where you lived. There was that International Motors place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I bought that thing like it was 3 or 4 years old when I bought it, pre-owned. And I bought it from that place that was literally probably, quarter of a mile from where your
Lord, it was on the same block I lived on.
It was real close. And I bought it from that place. And I put twice the number of miles on that son bitch than it had before I got it, for sure.
Yeah.
And so that was that. I know that when we were going back and forth, and it was good that we had that SUV. We could store stuff. We'd stop at home. That was the other thing we'd do, is stop at that Home Depot on the way going down there. But that was good. That was but I remember I can't remember anything with you other than that dang blue Lexus.
Yeah, I had that. And we would pull up in front of the clubs and stuff, and we would be in that Lexus, and we would hop out and, whatever. But, I don't know. It was all right. It was a different play and feel, that we were in at the moment. But once we had the highlight of getting out of the car, nobody in the club knows what you got the fuck out of, right? And that's when we had to turn it into, what are we doing with this night, And
well, most nights we just ended up going to Bible study.
We did. We read Acts and Davidius and all that. No, we tried to bring women home. That's what we did.
To help them get saved.
In a way.
Or something, yeah. You believe us, don't you, Twisted?
I was going to save them from something, but I tried my best.
Save for later.
Hey, you know what? I'm like chicken wings. Heat me up. Don't heat me up. Just pull me out of the refrigerator and eat me cold. I'm here for you, babe.
Even bad ones are good.
Even bad ones are good. Yeah, that's what I was. No,
I'm going to have to use that one again. I like that. Even bad ones are good. I got to recycle that one.
I mean, I was never there to claim to be the best thing you've ever had, but I'm the best thing you're going to have tonight.
I just
You
remember
know, I mean, that was my ploy, you know.
we were working on that house, and that was the first time we heard that Toby Keith song. You know, I ain't as good as I once
As I
was,
once was, but I'm
but
good
I'm as
once.
good one as I ever was.
Yeah.
And we identified with that like a sumbitch, man.
hmm No, I was never there to be a savior. I was there to be the guy that if you thought you were going to get this,
You didn't want to be
and
Mr.
you
Right, you want
finally
to be Mr.
decided
Right
you
now,
weren't,
right?
I'm the guy that can deliver your lower expectations. That was me. That was me. Yeah. And if you had a high expectations, I would do my damnedest to deliver whatever it was, you know, you were expecting. But no, I never got cocky in any of that shit.
I remember, you know, we used to talk about you never wanted to be the record setter.
No,
You never want to be the worst or the best. The
no,
best they get attached, the worst they'd make fun of. You want to be somewhere in between, you're fine.
yeah, because if I'm the best, then they start like all of a sudden I get too popular or whatever.
As long as they ain't setting a record.
Yep, just in the middle, in the middle.
Yeah, you know, Scooters ain't there no more, right?
No, I know. I offered to buy the bar. You know it.
They were
Yeah.
overpriced too, for whatever
I
reason.
wasn't gonna
They
pay
were
that.
for their clientele. I don't know. Maybe they offered me a different price than they offered the regulars. But I always wondered how the regulars can afford to be in there because I always thought those drinks were overpriced.
Well, I mean, when I talked to him about buying the bar, he wanted like to retire, and I'm like, that ain't gonna happen, you know. And he's like, yeah, you can't afford it. And I was like, okay, good luck. And then a half year later, he was shut down.
You want to talk about a place that needed bar rescue?
Yeah, that was it. He was trying to get into too much crap. And I thought the poker table in the back, was good. But you can't host that every fucking night and make money,
Yep.
Yeah, you just can't do it. You just, it's not going to be there for you. But anyway, man, I am going to crash because I have a 9 o'clock meeting in the morning. But it was good to see you up here tonight.
Man, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
As long as I'm welcome, I may pop up here.
Hey,
May see you Saturday.
Hey, I'll send you a link. For Saturday.
I'll pop open a couple of the bottles I got here, and we'll kind of do some bourbon.
Yeah, and I've been drinking beer, and man, I am screwed right now. So I need to go crash. But always good to see you, man. We can catch up anytime, and Twisted, just butt in on us. Just butt in. Just because RB's here. I mean, just interject shit,
All I do sometimes.
I know. But I have to go find something to munch on right quick and then get to bed. But love all y'all. Love you. And I'm going to end this broadcast.
All right, we'll see you.